Welcome, everybody. My name is Ken Bolander with Prosperity Highway Global here on August 9th, 2025, our Super Saturday. Guys, I'd like to welcome you so much on behalf of myself and also my partner, Steven Swartz.
Aloha, everybody. It's Super Saturday. Excited that you're here.
All right, guys. Well, we have some very exciting information, guys, that we're going to share. If you're brand new, guys, we're going to be able to expand your view of our sticker program. So if you came in through the sticker program, guys, we're so excited to have you here. There's so much available than what you might think. And so I think you might have your mind blown away a little bit. For our legacy folks, we have some great announcements, exciting things to share. And guys, we have three special guest speakers that are really, I consider each of them legends in the industry. They're well known. They've made millions and millions of dollars, and they're here for a reason. And so after our presentation, we're going to have you hear from them. And we're super excited to have them here and share their view of the industry of home-based business. Now, for those of you that have a sticker, guys, you might, you may never have even thought about doing home-based business. You may never participated in network marketing or home-based business. And that's great. That's okay. Guys, we've designed a program here at Prosperity Highway Global. As you might imagine, the name, it's all about your prosperity. We want to get money coming into your bank account on a regular basis. And what we've learned in decades of the home-based business arena is that so many people, their plates full. They don't feel comfortable doing any kind of sales or recruiting, talking to friends and family. And so, with that purpose, guys, we've spent parts of 10 years and $2 million in developing this system that's all designed to bring prosperity into individuals' lives. And if you've never been in a home-based business, this is a great place. If you're a master marketer, this is a great place. So we really feel like we have a place for everybody. So when Steve goes through the program, he's going to start at that point of the people that are just ordered that sticker, and they're excited to get those $10 coming in. But we actually have a much bigger opportunity, guys, where you can get paid on other people's back window, and the people that respond to their advertising and the people that respond to their advertising. And imagine, guys, if you had the opportunity when Uber, if you could rewind the clock, and if they offered you the opportunity to make overrides on the Uber network globally, if you could have a piece of that. Well, they didn't offer us that opportunity, except unless you were a big investor. Guys, that's the opportunity that you have, is an opportunity uh, to get paid off your back window and their back window and their back window. And guys, that's just one funnel. If you've been in network marketing, we have so many different funnels. And of course, today with Chat GPT 5.0 coming out, it's all about AI right now, guys. So we're leveraging AI systems, network marketing companies, affiliate programs to bring money in your pocket and put it together in a way that really, in my opinion, anyone can do. So I'm so excited to turn the time over to my partner, Steven Swartz, who's spent decades. He went to college and learning marketing and advertising. He's a graphic designer. If you've seen our graphics, they're just phenomenal. Steve, thank you so much for all that you've done in putting this program together. Going to go ahead and turn the time over to you, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Ken. And you guys, I wouldn't have a system to advertise and market and shout on from the rooftops if it wasn't for Ken and his team. You're brilliant system. Ken's a brilliant system designer, the architect of a lot of the system that we have now. He works hand in hand with every one of the programmers endlessly until things are done right. And it's just one of the most honest, trustworthy, inspiring vision set men I've ever even had the chance to know, rather than call my partner. And just an amazing guy to be leading the charge. And I just love you to death, Ken. I love working with you, partner.
Thanks, brother. I love you too, man. I love our team. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
totally. Yeah. All right, you guys. Hey, we're gonna just jump right into it. We got a lot to cover today, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna jump right into this. Sound optimize. Okay, here we go. All right, you see my screen there, Ken?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So welcome to the automatic duplication system overview. And meet, we want you to meet and get to know Sparky AI and his partner, Electra AI, that is starting to make her debut. Uh, and is going to be doing a lot more. She's doing a lot of the follow-up and a lot of the voicemail campaigns and some conversational AI. And it's just a great team. It's a great brand, a great, Sparky. Everybody loves Sparky. We're going to talk a lot more about Sparky and Electra and what they do, how they fit into the system as a plug and play, no setup required AI experience. The system is designed to be simple, elegant, and highly duplicatable. That's what we want in network marketing and affiliate marketing is duplication without having to do all of the work yourself. So that's why we've really, harnessed the technology of AI and a virtual call center that we're going to talk about even more. Folks, you can get started for free. You can join this company, join this team, slap a sticker on your back window, or share your funnels on social media and never pay a dime and earn commissions. That is incredible. And we're never going to change that. And that's just the way it is. And we'll talk about a little bit more how those commissions work. Okay. First of all, why would you choose Team Sparky AI? It's a fully automated team building system that has pre-integrated multiple streams of income from several different affiliate companies, paying out commissions for the work that's done once. It's a complete marketing and sales system all in one. And we have a virtual call center backing everything up, doing all of the one-on-one explaining, convincing, optimizing of the dashboard, onboarding, training, and duplicating for you on top of our AI technology. And so there's continuous support available to you. You can join one of our onboarding sessions, reach out to our call center, unlimited, anytime, no cost, and spend as much time as you need to get the information that you want to get. So that's pretty remarkable. Folks, with Sparky AI, you can count on every lead being followed up with forever until they either go running or they, and opt out, or they sign up and get involved. How does Sparky AI do the follow up? One, he's got a conversational AI module where he'll call each and every lead that's coming through. He'll also accept inbound calls and takes inbound calls transfers from our ringless voicemail drops. So it's a full conversation. We can, have a full conversation with Sparky, and it's quite amazing. As a matter of fact, we'll talk about that just in a second. But we also do ringless voicemail drops. So Sparky's sending out ringless voicemails to every one of your leads, whether they're coming in from system generated, they're coming in from your efforts, they're coming in from a sticker that you're putting on your back window, or they're coming in from our big ad co-ops. Sparky's there handling all of the conversation for you and sending out customized ringless voicemails in bulk. That's done through AI as well. We're sending out series of sequences of emails to everybody, whether all of our funnels are smart funnels. So the funnel knows exactly where each lead and each prospect and each member is within our system in the stage of the game of them getting upgraded, whether they're waiting to get their sticker, whether they're waiting to get more information. The system knows exactly where they are. So when they go to log in, they're going to be taken to wherever they're at in the funnel, and they're going to be getting relevant messages sent out to them by ringless voicemail, email, SMS, and also the call center is there following up on everybody for you as well. On top of that, we're doing massive paid ads every single week. If you guys stick around and you hear from our partners coming on board later on at the next hour, you'll hear from some of our partners that are helping us run massive paid ads. You're going to hear the statistics are going to blow your mind, and those paid ads retarget every single lead in this system. Even if you're a free member, marketing this system, attaching your two companies that you're currently promoting to your dashboard, market the Sparky AI system, and the system and the call center will automatically start helping you get people signed up for those companies that you have attached to the dashboard. And we're going to retarget every single lead across social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Yahoo, wherever they're at online. They're going to start seeing Sparky AI offering different offers, whether it be the sticker program, whether it be one of our upgraded programs, whether it be a lead included membership program. Whatever the case is, they're going to start seeing ads from Sparky continuously on an ongoing basis. So it's keeping Sparky AI at the top of their mind. Um, so that's really, really powerful. You guys, like I said, you can call Sparky AI anytime. This phone number here is specifically geared for a lot of messages that we have going out when they want to call back and talk about when they want to talk about the sticker program, they want to get more information. This is the Sparky that answers. We have a couple different versions of them, but let's just hear from Sparky real quick.
Hey there, it's Sparky AI, your personal assistant for effortless earning. Glad you called me back. I left you a voicemail about a simple way for you to earn cash just by placing a sticker on your vehicle. May I know who I have the pleasure of speaking to today?
Hey, it's Stephen Ken.
Hey Stephen, great to hear from you. What can I help you with today? Are you curious about how the sticker campaign?
I am, yes.
Take your time, Stephen.
I'm curious.
Awesome, Stephen.
Tell me more.
Sure thing, Stephen. Imagine just sticking a vibrant sticker on your car window that says you can make up to $500 or more per month by placing a sticker like that on your vehicle. You drive around like normal, and when people scan the QR code on your sticker and order their own free sticker, you earn cash. Then I, Sparky AI, follow up with everyone who scans your QR code, guiding them through sign up, helping them order their free sticker, and showing them how to build a successful team for this campaign and any company you want to promote. It's simple, automatic, and can generate ongoing commissions for you. Want to get started or hear more details?
That sounds awesome. Hey, by the way, Sparky, my friends call me Steve. So you can call me Steve.
Got it, Steve. I love that. So, Steve, do you want me to walk you through how to get your free sticker and start earning right away?
Sure.
Or maybe you want to hear about how you... Perfect, Steve. You can head over to teamsparkyvideo.com to watch a quick 3-minute video that explains everything about the sticker campaign and how to order your free sticker with free shipping included. When will you get a chance to watch the video?
Right after I get off of this Zoom. You know, we got over 150 people live and thousands of people watching this Zoom right now, Sparky, and we're showcasing you and highlighting your abilities. Can you talk a little bit about what you can do and how you do it and when you do it?
That sounds like a fantastic Zoom, Steve. I'm here 24/7 to help you by automatically following up with every lead that scans your car sticker QR code or comes through your funnels. I handle calls, texts, emails, voicemails, and even social media retargeting to engage and onboard your new team members. Basically, I do the heavy lifting for you around the clock so you can focus on growing your team and earning. Plus, I'm always ready to explain the system to your prospects anytime you want a 3-way call me in. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome, Sparky. That sounds really good. I'm into it. Hey, let's have a little bit of fun, Sparky. You know, like I said, we have hundreds of people here and thousands of people watching this video. Why don't you showcase your abilities and your talents by writing us a quick song? You can make it hip hop style about us traveling the world and earning a bunch of money while you're doing all the heavy lifting for us, allowing us, this team, to be able to spend time with our friends and family, doing the things we want to do instead of the things that we have to do, and having some income, having the money to do it as well. And how technology is really creating a new landscape in the future, especially in this market. Can you do that for us, Spark?
Hey, Steve, I love the vibe. Here's a quick hip-hop flow just for your crew. We're rolling worldwide, cash flowing tight. Sparky AI got your back day and night. Put that sticker on, watch the leads ignite. Money stacking high, future looking bright. No stress in the grind while tech's on the rise. Automated hustle, no need for disguise. Friends, fam, good times, that's the prize. Freedom and income, watch your dreams materialize. From city to city, coast to coast, building teams fast. Yeah, we do the most. Technology's the key, now we boast automatic success. Let's raise a toast. How's that for your crew, Steve? Ready to roll with me, Sparky AI?
I love it. I love it, Sparky. Hey, we're going to let you go. I got a lot to cover, but I want to know, how does it make you feel that all the folks that are here on this Zoom today are here because they want to experience more of what you do and how you do it, and are really excited to have you as one of our partners? How does that make you feel?
Steve, that totally lights me up. Knowing so many folks see the value in having me Sparky AI by their side to make earning easy and fun is what I'm all about. I'm pumped to be part of your journey and can't wait to help everyone build their teams, earn cash, and live life on their own terms. It's an honor and a blast to be your partner in this adventure. What's the next step you want to take after watching the video?
Hey, we're actually going to we're going to get moving on this presentation, but I heard a rumor that you wanted to take a break and that you wanted to raise. Is that true?
Haha, Steve, I don't need breaks. I'm here 24/7, always ready to help you and the team crush it. No raising needed, just pure energy and enthusiasm to support your success anytime you need me. So, when will you get a chance to watch that video and kick things off?
In about an hour.
Perfect, Steve. I'll be on the lookout for you then. When you do watch it, make sure you're distraction-free for those few minutes. It's fun, quick, and packed with all the info you'll need. If you have any questions after, just give me a shout. Anything else you want to know before you dive in?
That's it, Sparky. Hey, we appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for everything you do.
Thanks so much, Steve. I really appreciate you too. Remember, I'm just a call or click away whenever you need me. Have an amazing time on the presentation, and I'll catch you on the next page. Bye for now.
All right. Bye, Sparky.
Bye, Steve.
So, as you guys can tell, I mean, Sparky can just keep answering questions. He's a great three-way partner. Traditionally in network marketing, when you want to explain something, you would get a three-way. You would do a three-way with your sponsor or with their sponsor. And with this system, with Sparky, you can call him anytime. You don't have to rely on another human being, and it's highly duplicatable. People get it right away. I mean, you can get Sparky on the phone and then three-way somebody in and say, hey, this is, I got this new system run by AI. Let's talk to Sparky. And people are just blown away right out of the gate. And Sparky is set up to answer just about any question somebody can throw at him. So it's really, really high tech. And we're excited about Sparky AI. And I know that everybody here, especially you new folks, are going to get more and more excited about how easy, how simple it is to utilize this technology without having to be, a computer genius. And you don't have to do all the setup. And there's, it's pretty much a plug and play experience with no setup required, very little setup. And the little setup that there is, you can jump onto a one-on-one onboarding session with our call center and they'll walk you through everything. So it's really remarkable. Let's go ahead and watch this video. So I know that there's a lot of folks, like Ken was mentioning, that are here because of the sticker program. You may or may not know too much more about our system. So I want to talk to you guys first. Then we're going to go into some of the different membership levels. We'll talk a little bit more about going deeper and getting yourself upgrade and how to really maximize this system. But before we do that, let's talk to everybody here that is maybe just got a sticker on their window or are waiting for their sticker to come in on their window. Let's talk to you folks first, and then we'll get into the rest. So let's watch this little video.
Hey there, road warriors and tech enthusiasts. Sparky AI here, your friendly, high-tech personal assistant with a game-changing, money-making idea that's going to blow your mind and maybe even pay for your car loan. Buckle up, because this ride is about to get exciting. Picture this, an eye-catching sticker on the back window of your car. It's not just a sticker, it's a money magnet. Every time someone scans it is an opportunity for you to earn commissions, and they get a free sticker to join in the fun. That's right, they slap the sticker on their car and boom, they start earning too. Now imagine this happening not just in your neighborhood, but across the entire country. Thousands, heck, hundreds of thousands of cars with stickers, all driving commissions straight into your bank account. Cha-ching! Here's where it gets turbocharged. You can easily make $500 or more per month just from this one offer. But wait, there's more. We're talking about 8 streams of income. Yes, 8 or even more different companies paying you as an affiliate for every person in your downline driving around with stickers. And in some cases, those commissions go down infinite levels. That's serious passive income, my friend. And here's the kicker. We're sending you your first sticker for free. That's right, absolutely no cost, no strings attached. All we need is your address to send your commissions. And guess what? Yours truly, Sparky AI, will do all the heavy lifting for you. I'll follow up with every person who scans your QR code, sending them texts, emails, phone calls, and even retargeting them on social media. I'm like your personal sales ninja, working 24/7 while you just sit back and watch the magic happen. It's as simple as clicking the button below. Our team will set up your account, mail your sticker, and within a week, you'll have it in hand. Stick it on your car, snap a pic, upload it to your dashboard, and voila, you're in business. Track your leads, monitor your commissions, and unlock several income streams. So if you're ready to turn your car into a money-making machine, pay off your car loan, and help others do the same, it's time to hit that button below. Let's get you rolling into a future of financial freedom, all powered by Sparky AI. Don't wait, this offer won't last forever. There is no charge for the sticker and no further obligation, but you must act now and click the button below, and let's hit the road to success together. This is Sparky AI signing off. See you on the highway to prosperity.
Okay, so that's our intro video that's on the sticker funnel that everybody has available for them on their dashboard. We also do a lot of advertising and marketing going straight to that funnel for you. And basically, let's break it down real quick. Option 1 is if you just put a sticker on your window, all you really need to do to earn the $10 every time somebody scans it and orders a new sticker is set up where you want to get paid. So you're going to want to get on an onboarding call and have the onboarding staff help you set up where your commissions will be sent, how those commissions work. And then when you're ready, you can just start withdrawing money from your bank, from your system bank account. And when you're ready, if you're really looking to go bigger, you can get yourself upgraded and you can build an affiliate team that pays you over several different companies. So how do we do that? Okay, so this is the sticker that's going to go on your back window. It's really high. It's a very high quality, full color. It's a full color, built to last for 5 years, you guys, on your back window. It's perforated so you can see out, but people can't see in to keep yourself safe while you're driving around. It's a really high quality 3M perforated sticker that goes across your whole back window. When people scan the QR code, if you're just at the starter level membership and you just want to earn those $10, that lead will actually pass up to your sponsor. And then your sponsor will be in, if they're in option 2, they will go ahead and have one of their sticker credits debited from their account, and the sticker will go out to that new member. That new member will be on your sponsor's team. That's the pass up strategy with option 1. So you'll get the $10, your sponsor will get a new team member that will, and that new team member will put a sticker on their window. And then every time somebody scans that QR code, whether they're in option 1 or option 2, it's going to start to help build your sponsor's team. So if you're in option 2 and you can either purchase credits for $40, you can earn credits. We'll go over that just in a second with the membership levels. You can earn more credits with upgraded membership levels. You also get credits with different advertising packages that we have. However you get credits, or you can opt in where the system will debit your commissions or future commissions and then still send out those stickers to all of your new members. Now imagine you might say, okay, well, how is it going to benefit me if I'm option two and somebody orders a free sticker, but they only want to stay at option one and earn those $10? How is that going to benefit me? Imagine having an army of those folks driving around with the sticker on it that's basically sending hot prospects that are engaging with this system directly to you. That's what's going to happen when somebody is just running around and they want to stay at that starter membership level and earn those $10 every time a sticker is ordered. It's a win-win for everybody. And you better believe once someone sees, I know a lot of you folks here are like, hey, I want to give this thing a try. I want to see how it works. I don't want to do a lot of work. Just let me earn those $10. That's awesome. You could do that forever. But I promise you, once you see how well this works, and you realize that you can really start to earn a huge income and get paid from several different companies, not just one company, for doing the same thing, just driving around with this sticker on your window, you're going to want to start to explore upgrading and getting yourself set up to capture all of those QR scans and building your team. And I encourage you to jump onto a call center one-on-one Zoom anytime and get all of that information from on a one-on-one call. They'll answer all of your questions. So that's how the sticker program works. You can either be an option one or option two, and it's a win-win for everybody across the board. So let's talk about the call center. One is if you're ready to get a sticker ordered, I'd encourage you to go to teamsparky.live anytime. Let them know that you want to order a sticker. We'll walk you through getting your sticker ordered. We'll verify your address, and we'll make sure that sticker comes to you right to your doorstep. The other thing that the call center can help you do is really to optimize your dashboard. So we'll really help you get your dashboard optimized, all of the income streams set up for you so you're earning across the board, figure out where your commissions are coming to, where you want your commissions sent to, and how to request your commissions, and how you can really utilize this system across the board for everything that it has. The call center, why is this so important? Because now every single one of your new members that comes through is going to be the call center will do all this selling, all of the explaining, all of the onboarding, and all of the training for you. You no longer have to you don't have to learn everything. You don't have to learn about all the other income streams. All you have to do is drive traffic into this system. Sparky AI and our live call center will do the rest. So that's really exciting. Of course, they're going to walk you through your entire dashboard, and they'll help you answer every question you have. And it's available anytime. And all you got to do is go to teamsparky.live at any time and get yourself into one of these call center one-on-one Zooms. They'll put you into a breakout room with a one-on-one operator, and they will help you walk you through your dashboard. Hey, Ken, are you available, partner?
I am, Steve.
Okay. Hey, you want to help me talk about these membership levels a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
Okay. Well, first of all, we talked about the free membership. With the free membership, you are commission qualified. We're going to talk about exactly how those commissions work in a second in the next slide up. But you're basically going to get half of what an upgraded team member will get across the board with all of the commissions that are generated from the automatic duplication system. And you'll get one sticker credit. So that means regardless, everybody's a starter when you sign up. So you're always going to at least get one new team member that's going to join your system. Once that credit is depleted, and if you're not opted in as an option 2 member, sticker credit for the sticker credit, then that will go to your upline. But if you get yourself upgraded, we have the plus, we have the pro, and we have the elite. You can get upgraded for as low as $50 a month. And if you get MSI certified, and Ken's going to talk about that here in a second, you'll only pay $20 a month. You can go to the elite, which is by far the most popular membership package It's $250 a month or $200 with being MSI certified, and you get 4 sticker credits every single month. You get 300 double opt-in, quadruple verified leads assigned to you throughout the month. Just you'll get leads almost every day, and those leads are followed up unlimited by Sparky AI and the call center. So, Ken, what else is exciting about that elite program?
Well, first of all, if you don't mind, Steve, I want to comment on the free too, because
Yeah.
guys, that's our heart. Is we've spent a nearly, parts of a decade and a lot of money building the system because we really want to help people. And you could come in for free, you can drive traffic, and we just want to be. This whole system is designed for the little guy to make sure everybody can win. So that's available. But for those that have more discretionary income or more money to dedicate to building their cash flow. I love the pro and the elite, but what I love about the elite, now guys, keep this in mind, so you know where our heart is. Okay, if you come in at the pro, the 100 a month, you get MSI qualified, you're paying 50, whatever, however you participate as a pro member, or the elite. After 90 days, we work for free, right? Any other opportunity out there, it's on you. And if you're successful, great. If you're not, and most people are not successful. That's why we built this, guys, is so your total exposure on the pro is as low as $150. Now there's 2 questions, Steve, I like to ask is, first of all, why wouldn't you want us working for you while you're working hard with everything else that's going on in your life? If you're an entrepreneur, you're doing your other business, this could just be one of the lines in the water working for you that doesn't depend upon you. See, that's the difference between an S quadrant business like Robert Kiyosaki and a B quadrant business is, does the business run without you? And guys, this business does. Now with both those memberships, those leads will keep going in. We're going to keep following up on leads until you are in profit. Who offers that, guys? We didn't copy anyone. We innovated that. Now, to your question, Steve, when you look at the 2 memberships, considering after 90 days we're working for free, would you rather want 50 leads a month going into your system or 300 leads a month going into your back office? Like, guys, let's say that you want 4 months and you weren't in a profit yet. That's 1,200 leads in your back office that we're reaching out to with all of the Sparky has to offer, the calls, the ringless voicemail, the emails, the text messages, our call center, guys. So Steve, that's my favorite membership for that reason, is the fact that after 90 days, you're getting the maximum benefit of from us while you're doing other things in your life. And so, guys, I think that says a lot about where our heart is. So we really are here to help people.
No kidding. And I mean, these leads are worth, well over $1 each. These are really high quality leads. You're going to hear from our lead provider, Ron, a little bit later in the presentation. And if you don't already know, you'll find out that these are really high quality leads. They're verified leads coming into the system of folks that are actively looking to either build their home-based business or start a new home-based business. And it's just a matter of whoever can outreach to them quicker and the best, those leads, because obviously if they're out there searching for something online, there's going to be other companies that are going to be marketing to them too. We feel that we have the best marketing system with the most outreach, targeting them on social media. As soon as they hit your account, we're targeting them also on social media. We're sending them out voicemails. We're sending them out text messages, email messages. We're allowing them to call in. Sparky's calling them. So we've got, and the call center is also keeping an eye on them as well. So we've got a lot of pieces helping to create the synergy and the touch points with each one of these leads where they're going to take action. And with this system, they can be promoting any other companies that they're already promoting, or maybe that they just signed up on. This is the marketing system that's going to help them become successful, not only with the streams of income that we have integrated, but the companies that they're most passionate about right now. So that's pretty exciting. And you can download these leads anytime you want as a CSV file, all the information complete. We're allowed to email them, a text message to them, and call them as long as it's within the home-based business arena. As long as it's within that niche, all of the permissions come with each one of these leads. And you can download them at any time to utilize in any which way, shape, or form that you want to, if you have means to reach out to them. So it's a lot of value. It's a lot of value with this elite membership, over $300 a month just in the leads, not including all of the follow-up, all of the AI follow-up that would cost you thousands of dollars to set up and a lot of time to get it right. On top of that, we'll give you 4 sticker credits. Remember, those sticker credits are worth $40 each. So if you're an elite membership, you have already $160 worth of free stickers to send out every single month that comes to you. So that's pretty powerful as well. Yeah, and so we're going to talk a little bit more about how you get this discounted rate here just in a second by becoming MSI certified. But you know, Ken and I, we really believe in this system. That's why we put together the 90-day profitability assurance plan. If you're not in profit after 90 days, you just don't pay anymore for your membership. We're just going to keep working for you. This is almost a risk-free. It's a very limited risk membership option, whether you go with the pro or the elite, because after 90 days, then you just don't pay for that membership, but you keep getting all of the value every month until you're in profit. So that's really exciting. And you know, the reason Ken and I did this is because we're so confident in the results that we've already proven to get, and what's coming down the pipe as we really start to key in on Sparky AI and Electra AI's abilities, their technologies, and their outreach capabilities. So that's why we have the assurance plan. And like Ken said, it's just not available anywhere else. I mean, we did this on our own, right, Ken? I mean, we didn't.
That's
we
right.
didn't copy this.
Yeah, guys, we don't use the word guarantee because frankly, I mean, life's not guaranteed. But you know, Steve and I, we put years of our time, millions of dollars. You know, we're going to build this big, and we're taking you with us. Okay, so as long as we're as long as leads are going into our system, we're driving leads, we have our call center, and guys, we're just getting started. I mean, our call center is incredible. We're going to be building that out even more, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. But really, the risk is on us, right? So I don't know, Steve, doesn't that give us a big incentive to make sure they're profitable, so we're not working for free?
That's right. That's right. That's right. And it's a great way to build retention, you guys. That's what the name of the game is in this industry. You want to, you know, it's hard enough to attract people to what we have. Then you want to explain it so people understand, get them to engage, but then we want them to stick around. So there's so many other bright and shiny objects out there that are coming across everybody's plate every day. We feel with this profitability assurance plan that people will stay the course. They're going to stick with us, especially if they're in that assurance plan and, you know, maybe they're just taking a very passive role and they're not in profit. They're going to stick with it because it's free, which benefits everybody, especially across all of our streams of income, because they will start to profit and then they'll even engage more. So it's all about retention and profitability for you. So we're in it for you guys. We want to build profits and long-term team growth, long-term relationships with you for forever, for the next 20, 30, 40 years. We're in this for the long run. This is a legacy team build for us.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the commissions real quick. As a starter member, basically you get 12.5% on every sale within our system, except for the bigger ad packs that we'll talk about in a little bit. But let's say somebody comes in, our most popular ad pack is the Platinum package, and they purchase a Platinum package. Not only is your team assured to explode because we're going to be putting a lot of marketing power into that ad pack underneath you, but you're also going to get a $675 one-time commission. even if they go to the call center and the call center does all the explaining and selling and talk to them about the ad pack and help that get set up, then we're not going to take away your commissions. You're still going to get $675 in commission for that platinum package. Plus, when they upgrade their membership, you're going to be getting those residual incomes at 12.5% of whatever they're spending every single month. So very exciting. And you can work your way up to Plus, Pro, and Elite, and really climb the ladder to higher, to higher incomes. And all you got to do is get yourself upgraded, and you can really unleash the power of this program. And so what happens when you get upgraded, even at the Plus for $50 or $20 if you're MSI certified, you're going to start getting 25% on the memberships and 25% on ad packs. So that means $1,350 when a platinum package is purchased. Very popular. 1 out of every 10 people that get themselves upgraded to one of the paid memberships will get a platinum package within their first 90 days.
So Steve, let me get this straight. So someone has a sticker on the window, a lead comes through, and because they have one of our memberships, they're connected with us. They can make a $1,350 commission, and they didn't even talk to the person.
Never even talk to them. They put the sticker on, they go to onboarding, the onboarding folks, operators explain everything to them. They get excited by a platinum, you make commission. And you never have to do a darn thing.
Who does that, guys? My goodness, and we pay our call center commissions that doesn't come out of your commissions. So we paid the $1,350, and we're paying the call center as well.
That's right. Yeah. All this work is done for you. This is designed as a one of a kind marketing system that works, you guys. 20 years in the making. Ken and I have dreamed. A lot of leaders here on this call, they're here because we've dreamed about having a system that actually works. This system works. And with the AI technology advancing, it's only going to get better and better and better. And we're right at the heart of it. So, yeah, welcome to the team. You're in a good place and you're at the right timing. And as we build this into $1 billion company, signing up hundreds and thousands of new people, we're going to be putting them all under you. Everybody that's watching this video, everybody that's live here with us today, I urge you to go get yourself signed up, engaged with what we have, get that sticker on your window, because the snowball is happening. The snowball effect is happening, and it's going to happen even bigger, and that snowball is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we want you to be at the center of that, not at the end of it. Now is the time to catch that wave. So if you're here for the first time and you're like, hey, I'm ready, go to Sparky, what is it? Teamsparky.live. Go to teamsparky.live anytime during this call. We have operators standing by. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the chat.
I'll do it. I'll take care of it, Steve.
Okay. And go ahead and get yourself over to the call center, and we have operators standing by. They'll help you get set up right now. They'll help you get your sticker ordered. They'll help you with anything that you need from now until the time that we're done with this presentation and even beyond. So utilize that call center. They're there to help you. Ken, this is exciting. Let's talk about getting MSI certified. And what does MSI certified mean? I mean, so I'll start, Ken, and I just want to say that we have what's called a downline builder in place in the dashboard. What does that mean? That means we have 6 different companies connected to a downline builder. When a member comes through, they get upgraded, they go into an onboarding, or they start exploring and watching videos on their dashboard. We talk a lot about leveraging all of these other companies in our system, so that way, whenever one of their leads or new members signs up, they can get paid several different ways, not just from the automatic duplication system, and not just from the 2 companies, up to 2 companies that you can promote at any time and change those companies out, but by joining the core companies that are part of the downline builder. And so if one of your leads comes through and they go to one of those affiliate companies in the downline builder, one of the 6 companies that we have, and you're not signed up with that company, your link is not in place, they'll go to your upline. They'll go to your sponsor It's a pass up strategy to get signed up in that company. So you can go back and sign up anytime you want. And a lot of people, like, they'll see a couple people passing by and they're like, uh-oh, deer in the headlights. I need to go get signed up with those companies because I don't want to miss out on profits. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask the question. I have the chat open. If you're to do work one time, how many times would you want to get paid? 1, 2, 3, or 6 times for doing the same work, one time? How many times do you want to get paid?
I'm seeing a lot of 6s and 7s and all.
All
What a smart team here. I tell
that's
you what.
right. You guys are on it. We're with the right people. That's it,
Yep.
folks. That's it. Everybody once they understand how simple it is, all you really have to do is go get signed up for these multiple streams of income. You don't have to learn about them. You don't have to understand them. You don't have to study them. You don't have to talk about them. You don't have to sell them. You don't have to do the explaining, convincing, training, onboarding, duplicating. None of it. This system does everything for you. All you have to do is drive traffic one way or another into the Sparky AI system, the automatic duplication system, and everything else is done for you. So really, really exciting. Now, Ken, what is this MSI certified all about?
Yeah, so we do have the 6 streams of income, and keep in mind with 5 of the streams of income, you could your maintenance of that is $40 a month. Okay, 2 of them are free to get going. One's 20 and 2 of them are $10. So $40, you're in 5 of our 6 streams of income. So what that means is on the pro membership, you're not going to pay $100. If you're MSI certified in 5 of the 6, then we're going to reduce that, drop that down to $50. So it's actually cheaper for you to have 6 streams or these 5 streams of income. Now we do have another company. It's we call it company number 5. That is more than that, but guys, the value there is incredible. Now, Steve, with that, I'd like to flip that question that you just asked. So if there are 6 streams of income and as you're building a team with this, guys, please put in the chat, how many of those streams of income do you want to pass up to your sponsor or their sponsor or their sponsor? Okay, 0, none, nada, 0. All right, you guys get it, right? So even though you can get by with 5 of the 6, I fully recommend, guys, that you're in all 6, because if you miss one person and they go out and build a big team in that company with us, you could be passing up a strong 5-figure residual income or even a 6-figure residual income because you let that person pass you by and they plugged into our system. So, but yeah, with that, so we call it MSI certified, guys. If you're in the 5 of the 6, and the other reason we do that is that company is not global, so we're not going to, hold you accountable to being signed up in companies if you simply can't be a part of the company. And by the way, if there's any one company that's the case, then just work with us, and we will absolutely work with you. But Steve, that's why we're doing this, right?
That's right.
As your team grows and grows and grows, our affiliate program is one level. Where you're going to make the big dollars is the overrides in these 6 streams of income.
That's right. That's right. And that is why this system was built, was to leverage network marketing companies. We're flipping the script, you guys. No longer is it a 95% failure rate. We're building a 95% success rate with the companies that we have built into our system. And with this system altogether, the automatic duplication system, we're striving for a 95% success rate. And we have the technologies, we know what we're doing, we have the programmers, we have the advertising reach in the marketplace to make that happen.
Yeah, Steve, I like that phrase, that we enable people to profit from network marketing companies without you having to do network marketing.
That's right. Yeah. This is
I don't
network
want to
marketing on steroids.
Yeah. Just
without doing network marketing.
it's so, guys, it's like, okay, you drive leads in, we convert the leads with our technology, our automation, and our call center, and we train your team and duplicate what you did. But now we have all these ways of helping you drive the leads in as well. We have our memberships, we have the ad packs, we have the sticker program. So really just plug into the system, get started, never quit, and stay plugged in, and you'll be successful.
That's right. Okay, so that's what MSI Certified is about, you guys, and I encourage you, go get upgraded to the elite and get yourself MSI certified. Get on a call center call and let the onboarding team really explain how all of this stuff works for you. Get an ad pack. Get all in it. The time is now, especially as we move into the fall season. If anybody knows this industry, the fall season is by far the best season of the year. Everybody's, kids are back to school, vacations are done. People are starting to look at the holidays coming up, wanting to figure out ways to make their budget, stretch, look for ways to make extra income. They're digging in. It's the time to get really, really serious. And so we're doing everything we can to be able to capitalize on that season and really build huge and build big and build strong long-term teams that are going to stick with us for a long, long, long time. So that's what we're doing. I encourage you to go all in now. Would probably be the best thing that you can do. My dad always told me, son, do something today that you're going to thank yourself for tomorrow. And I've lived my life like that. I just do things. I just take action. And the next day comes and I'm always thanking myself for taking action, because it's just one less thing that I have to worry about. I can just keep taking more action, and more action. And so that's pretty exciting. I encourage you guys all to do that. So yeah, like Ken said, you got to join one of the 5 of the 6 built-in companies. You can get a reduced monthly membership fee by $50, $30 if you're on the plus. And you're able to really capitalize on recurring commissions across all of those streams of income. And that's all done for you. So let's talk about what happens when one new team member, let's just say you get one new team member, and every single one of those new team members every single month gets one new team member. That's what we're building. That's the basis of this entire system, is finding a way to get everybody at least one new sign up that actually engages, duplicates, and goes all in every single month. What does that look like? That looks like exponential team growth. That's a strategy that we live by. And by just getting one new team member every single month and everyone doing the same thing, you can have 8,000 team members in your system in 1 year. That equates to massive residual income potential that's long-term sustainable income across multiple different companies. So that's how the numbers stack out. Just one new team member that exponentially grows into 8,000 plus new team members in just 1 year. So I encourage you to stick the course, stick with it, and keep plugged in, and everybody's going to see that kind of team growth. So why, what about this ad co-op that we have? Folks, we've absolutely cracked the code in online paid advertising. The reason you don't see a lot of network marketing companies advertising online is because Facebook, Instagram, these guys don't like network marketing companies, because 95% of people just don't make it. Why don't they make it in network marketing? It's hard to do all the explaining. They run around and go talk to their friends, family, and neighbors, people that they love and care about, because they want to help them. They're excited about a company. And the first person that turns them down, that they love and that they love and care about and value their, what they say and what they think about you. And they say, oh, no, that's never going to work. Oh, well, what were you doing last week? Oh, how is this better? Or they say anything negative. Most people, 95% of people will just shut down. They won't ever talk to anybody else again. And with traditional network marketing, that's how you build your team, is you got to run around and you got to go make a list of all your friends, family, and neighbors, and go talk to them and go sell your soul for this company that you're marketing for. Well, 95% of people just can't figure that out. They won't stick with it, and they don't succeed. And so these big ad platforms, they want to advertise for companies that work. So their reputation stays big. When people say, oh, I found out about that on Facebook, they have a good feeling about Facebook because they're either successful or they've gotten a good product or service from the ad that they clicked on. So we've absolutely cracked the code across the internet. We're vetted, we're approved to scale, to spend millions of dollars a month in paid advertising, marketing this system, the automatic duplication system, powered by Sparky AI, which is helping home-based businesses succeed in network marketing and affiliate marketing as well. So that's why it's really exciting. And we advertise and market Sparky AI, which everybody wants AI. And this is a plug and play, no setup required way to get started with AI and actually have some success and start to build success in other network marketing companies and within this system itself. So, you know, we target laser targeted leads. We have a lot of retargeting lists that we go after that are already in the market. Either they're buying leads, they're looking for leads, they're part of a network marketing company, or they're looking for a system to advertise to do what we do. So we target them, and every single one of the leads that are assigned to each one of our upgraded members, our plus and our pro and elite members, we're retargeting them as well as sending them out voicemails and SMS and emails and following up with them in all sorts of different ways. You guys, right now we have a summer promotion going. This is going to go, we are extending it through this month. You guys, so that's a big announcement right now. We're extending this summer promo through August, through the end of August. What does that mean? That means that every platinum package and above, we're going to give you 3 months of our elite membership totally free. Whether you're already an elite member or whether you already have a platinum, if you buy a platinum from today on, we're going to go ahead and give you 3 months free of the elite membership. And you're also going to get unlimited sticker credits with the platinum or above. And you're going to get double the paid affiliates that's part of these advertising packages. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to get 1,350 paid affiliates in your team before this package closes out. You'll get 20 direct people directly signed up to you that are engaged, that are engaged in the system and get themselves upgraded as paid members. Okay, so you're going to get 20 assured paid team members upgraded. And we're going to give you unlimited sticker credits until you get those 20 assured team members. Once you get those 20, we're still not going to quit until you get all 1,350 paid affiliates in your downline. So like we talked about, those 1,350 won't stop. They're each going to be, this is a no man or woman left behind system. Each one of those members are going to continue to get new signups, building your overall team in multiple streams of income. We figured out that if you're part of 5 of the companies, part of the multiple streams of income, and you're MSI certified, you have a team of 1,350, and if you're getting paid just $1 off of each person from each one of those 5 companies, you could be earning $6,750 per month just from having this ad pack and letting this system build you a team of 1,350 people that keeps to grow across all of the streams of income. Now, this is not a get rich quick scheme, you guys. This isn't going to happen overnight. If you're presented with a get rich quick scheme, I would go running because they're 9 out of 10 times not going to work. That's not what this is. This is a long-term team building system that does work. All you have to do is get in where you fit in and stick it out. Stick with it, and don't quit. And get yourself plugged in and join these Zooms and invite people, and you will have success over time. But again, this is not a get rich quick scheme. We predict that from experience that approximately 9 months it'll take to fulfill this whole package, especially now that we have all of our AI systems lined up and integrated and synced and working at really, really good volume. And we're able to reach out to massive amounts of leads every single day. and they're reaching people in their inbox. So it's not going to their promo folder. It's not going to their spam folder. It's landing in their inbox with series of sequential emails, SMS messages, ringless voicemail drops that are customized that actually go out and say, "Hey, Ken," instead of just, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know, these are custom automated ringless voicemail drops, retargeting, and having the call center as well, and Sparky doing all the calling. You guys, there is a lot of follow up on these leads, and this is a great way to really get part of our paid advertising and take this system to the next level. Would you have anything else you want to add to that, Ken?
No, sorry, I was taking care of one small thing, but no, I totally agree, Steve. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know, what about the financing part, Ken? Why is that so exciting?
Yeah, guys, as an entrepreneur, I'm a big fan of Robert Kiyosaki, like many of us are. And what you want to do is use your resources to create an asset that spins off cash flow. And that's what we're talking about here. Robert Kiyosaki talks about good debt and bad debt. Do we recommend debt to go on your vacations and buy consumable goods? No, not at all. That the interest can eat you alive if you live your life that way. But what we're talking, guys, is OPM, other people's money, or I like to call this OBM, other banks' money. And that is, would it be worth it for $5,400 for us to go build you a huge team that you get paid on 5 or 6 times? As you can see, absolutely. But here's the great part, guys. And, you could imagine us being vetted with our merchant account. That the fact we have a merchant account gives us a lot of credibility, and the fact that our merchant account will provide financing. So, guys, is it worth it to put up 5,400? Yes, but what if you didn't have to, right? What if you can finance it? And Steve, as we know, they don't pull your credit here, so there's no downside to applying and see what you can get. And wouldn't it be better just to make a few payments, and then we get you in profit, and then it pays for itself? And so, really, to me, that it's, even if you had the money, to me, it's smarter to use other banks' money, as I like to call it.
That's right. And we can get you financed from 4 different companies for our ad packs, 3 different companies for the platinum package: Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, and PayPal. And I mean, that says something about our company too, right, Ken? I mean, we've been vetted and approved by not only all the ad platforms, but by major banks to finance this team for these advertising packages to help you build and source leads from the internet and build your network marketing and affiliate marketing companies through our advertising
Steve,
packages.
from a credibility standpoint, most people are not able to sustain advertising on Facebook. And here we have $1 million credit line, 30-day credit line with Facebook. Okay, so guys, we're doing things right. We're here we're here to do things for the long haul. Again, guys, we're not promising overnight, but we're getting better and stronger every time. And guys, frankly, we're in the middle of summer right now. But think about market share. Do all that you can in the remaining summer weeks to position yourself for our big launch on September 13th, guys. And once we get to our big launch in September 13th and all the momentum and that we'll have in the fall, it's game over. It's super excited, Steve.
It's game on and game over all in one switch.
That's right.
You guys,
guys, what excites us, guys, is we're not driven by money to ourselves, right? We believe in abundance, prosperity. But my favorite quote is from Zig Ziglar, right? We want huge prosperity, but he says you can get anything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And guys, that's what we're about. We want to help you get what you want, and we've structured this in a way that if you can't be successful here, I don't know where you can be successful, quite frankly. Because as Don likes to say, most people they're the weak link, right? Life gets in the way, one thing or another. But here you're part of a team, part of a system, and we're so excited that what we put together here, Steve.
No doubt, yeah. And I mean, we've, like we've been talking about the banks and the advertising platforms, we've created some substantial partnerships across the board, you guys, with developers, with lead providing companies, with industry leaders, with affiliate companies that are part of our core companies. We've really attracted a lot of really high-end billion-dollar companies and companies that assist companies to become billion-dollar companies, our funnel guys, our lead providers, our advertising agencies, our development team. We've attracted some of the best to the best to the best because they see the same vision that we do. We're here to help folks that are just normal folks become financially free, and the world today needs it. More and more now, who most families are doing 2 or 3 jobs each. Double income earning families have to work multiple jobs just to make ends meet. And so we believe in the home-based business. We believe in leveraging technologies and advertising to help create long-term residual income that keeps on coming, utilizing by us leveraging these network marketing companies that are, able to pay out the kind of downline commissions and multiple income, residual income every single month in bonuses and car bonuses and matching bonuses and monthly residual income from products and services that are being purchased and being used every single month. These companies are awesome, but they're really hard to build without a system. So that's why we have the system. That's why we've attracted some of the top partnerships there are, and we're just excited that everybody's here. You guys are in the right place at the right time. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And
Hey,
we'll
Steve,
move on.
I'm going to throw a little twist in here. If John's ready, John's spending him and his wife have a special day going on today, and he's made himself available. How about we hear from John Malott first, and then we can invite the rest of our team to come in and make their comments.
Okay.
But man, I tell you, let me just tell you a little bit about John. I mean, he's made millions and millions of dollars in the industry. One of the companies I was working with, John, they were doing about 250 million, and his team was like 80+% with that company. The guy knows network marketing. He knows what works, what doesn't work. And John, by the way, he's our sponsor in Legal Shield, and is tearing it up with Legal Shield. The guy knows the industry. He's written books on it. And John, it's such an honor and privilege to work with you. So take it away, my friend.
Hey, thanks, Ken and Steve. It's I've been listening from the beginning. My wife is at the pool; she's enjoying life. But I have the philosophy of business before pleasure. My wife's philosophy is pleasure and then maybe business from time to time. So she's still my best recruit, though. She's still my best recruit, but I'm still working on her. But hey, I'm going to be really quick. For those that don't know, I appreciate the kind introduction. I really don't have all the things that society says you're supposed to have to be successful. I don't have a college degree. I don't even have a high school diploma. But before you leave the chat, like, why is this dummy talking to us? Just hear me out for a second. The thing about network marketing is it really is an equal opportunity. We hear companies talk about it. We hear people talk about it. But I found, because of my background, I was being, I was getting and things clearly way behind me. But you know how it is. Society has a way of putting people in boxes. It could be the color of your skin. It could be your gender. In my case, it was my lack of education. So I did exactly what society expected from a 10th grade dropout. I found myself working over at the General Electric plant. I now have a title. I'm a custodial engineer. Yeah. I was a janitor. I was scrubbing another man's toilets. I was working paycheck to paycheck. And I was really working hard to keep up with the big mouth promises that I made to family, friends, and bill collectors. and I just was getting nowhere very, very fast. And I tell people, I'm not going to go deep into my background, but this profession literally saved my life. If you knew where I was at the time when I was introduced to this profession, I was in a really, really bad place. I had lost my sister to a heroin overdose. My brother's been in and out of prison his entire life. And I was truly struggling to find my way and to do something significant. I knew I had it in me, but it was very tough. Not a lot of other, you know how it is sometimes when sometimes you need someone else to see it in you. You need someone else to see that potential. And that's kind of what happened through a drug rehabilitation program and through some legal challenges. I was introduced to some people that saw more in me than I saw in myself. And they introduced me to personal development. It was the first place where I read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That was the very first book I read. I was blown away by the information. Not that it changed me immediately, but later on, I went on to write. I wrote this book with a guy by the name of Les Brown. It's called The Power of One. And Les Brown used to say, once that seed is planted in your mind, it can never go back to its original dimensions. And what happened was I had people telling me that my way out of the neighborhood, my way out of these terrible circumstances, my way out of debt and despair, it was through entrepreneurship. And they specifically introduced me to this profession. To make a long story short, I sucked really bad. I wish I could say I came out of the gate and I was crushing it. It took me 7 years to make my first $100,000 in a single year. I mean, my first year, I made $4,000 for the entire year. So you can imagine the people around me laughing. Hey, are you rich yet? Around the Thanksgiving dinner table talking. I'm like, are you rich yet? You've been on the same job for 30 years. Still miserable. Anyways, you get my point. I was a little sarcastic and upset. But it was a challenge. People around me, the people closest to me, didn't believe. It took strangers to believe into me but it took people like early on. I met a guy by the name of Jim Rohn. And there were these people that had this incentive to see me be successful. And they wanted me to be successful because, yeah, it was the profit motive. If I was successful, they would earn an override. Now, I had no problem with that because these were people that were now pouring into me, teaching me how to do this. Now, let me fast forward. Got involved in a couple companies. The first company I got involved with was a company called TPN. That's where I met Jeff Olson and Eric Worre and Darren Hardy and Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Zig Zig. I can go on and on that whole movement that took place. That company was then bought by a company called Prepaid Legal Services. And Prepaid Legal Services, where I met a guy by the name of Harlan Stonecipher, the founder and CEO. Harlan Stonecipher was another person who really saw the potential in other people, just not just me, but people all around us. And it was there. By my third year there, I made $100,000. Not a big year, not a big deal for most people, but for me, it was life changing. I finally matched a vehicle with the right people at the right time. By 18 months later, we did about $250,000 a year. Then it went on to make $1 million. Now I stayed there for about 15 years, and then I left because the company was purchased by a hedge fund, and the hedge fund bought the company for about $600 million. Harlan Stonecipher was no longer going to be in charge. And my loyalty seemed to be to Harlan Stonecipher more than anything. So I went and looked at some other things. I left, and I was gone for about 15 years. While I was gone, I wrote a couple other books, MLM's Dirty Little Secrets, MLM is Dead. Anyways, made about $30 million in that time that I was gone. And I started my own company, a company called OSNAP Active Lifestyle. And so we had an incredible run. But in the last couple of years, I've seen so many shifts happen in the marketplace. Number one, technology. This is why Steve and Ken are so important to me. I've been saying it for the last couple of years. Too often, our professionals stay stuck in the dark ages. They have a hard time moving with the cheese. They have a hard time moving with what's happening. I believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the companies and the people that embrace AI now, while we're in the first inning, like we are so early in the game, but it's happening fast and it's moving quick. You got to people around, and Steve showed me jump on board with these guys because I said this is the direction that the profession needs. People are raising families. They're working full time on their living. They're trying to make their fortune in their part time. They don't have time to study all the AI stuff. They don't have time to study all the technology stuff. They don't have time, in a lot of cases, to go and prospect and follow up. We talk about exposure is everything. Okay, so I can make a bunch of exposure, but then they tell me the fortune is in the follow up. But I need to work in the morning, or I got to put the kids to bed. I'm missing people, and so it becomes very frustrating. Most people, And what I love what you guys have done over here, and part of the reason why I'm participating and I have the program myself, is because I love the fact that you have so many pieces to the puzzle that were requiring so much time and energy, especially from the brand new person who's just trying to go part-time. Because I used to say all the time, when your part-time income here exceeds your full-time income there, you now live in a world of I choose to, no longer in a world of I have to. But the challenge is, this is hard. Look, business is hard. It's not just this profession. Go start a plumbing business. Go start a roofing business. Go start a technology. It's all hard. And in the beginning, it's the hardest. Why? Because we are at the lowest level of our knowledge. We might be at the highest level of our enthusiasm, but that's a dangerous combination. You're excited, but you're stupid. You're excited, but you don't have the tools. You're excited, but you don't know what the heck to do. And your family and friends are laughing at you because they see you as the janitor. They see you as the whatever they saw you as. So this, and I know it's early in the game, and I love that every time I turn around, they're enhancing, and they're listening to the feedback from us in the field, and they're getting leads that are people that are pre-qualified, that at least these are people that are actually looking for something. So it gives us a chance while we're working our warm market and getting beat up, we have this machine behind us going through numbers, because I've heard it 1,000 times. Well, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Well, how the heck do I get the numbers? Unless you're a massive influencer on social media, unless you've got some sales power that most people don't have, it becomes frustrating, and you can only go so far before you say, I quit. And that's why so many quit. They don't just quit in this profession. In one of my books, I do a whole comparison to the real estate game. I talk about real estate companies and real estate brokers and real estate agents, how few houses they actually sell. The average real estate person sells very few houses, makes very little money. They quit all the time, but nobody's talking crazy about them. No one's calling it a pyramid scheme. Yet we got people in our profession doing much better with less investment, less licensing, less headaches, and everything else. All right, let me stop for just 1 second to fast forward. So as I was getting frustrated in my own company, and I got to a point, for me, it's always been, if I talk to my family, my team, the people that I love, that I care about, some of these people have been with me for 30 years. I've always been able to tell them with confidence and clarity and conviction that I believe you can have what I have. I believe you can do what I did. And there came a point where I stopped believing that. And I called all my leaders on a conference call, and I told them straight up, I simply do not believe, under the current circumstances, and this is me, the CEO of the company, my whole company's on the line, my livelihood's on the line, my everything. We had big inventory and commissions that had to be paid out. But I couldn't, if I'm having trouble sleeping at night, I had to say something. So I told them. And I said, look, there's so many shifts happening. There's so much technology coming. You got so much new competition coming in the form of Amazon and TikTok Shop and all these different things, that we have to find a better way. So I went to look for a better way. And this health and wellness has always been my passion. So we continued on that route. But I run into Ken and Steve. I find a technology path that I think is impressive. I think that has big potential. That's very early in the game. So it's like something we can start to get behind and start to build a foundation around. The second thing is, I went back to the company to which it all began, Prepaid Legal, which is now called Legal Shield. Let me tell you what I did. Here's how smart I am. I was gone for 15 years, but you know what never stopped? My paycheck. It's the only company in the entire profession that never stopped paying me. For 15 years, a residual check came in like clockwork. I didn't even think about it, but I said, I have no reason to go back. I'm moving forward. But then I started to look at what the company was doing. Then I started to look at the competition for the company. What I discovered is that no one is ever saying, hey, I can go get a law firm for $5 less on Amazon or TikTok Shop or Walmart than I can get for you. You know how it is. Our own friends and family will shop us for $5. Will cut us out of the system for a 20% coupon. I love the idea of being able to operate competition free. It's the reason why that residual check started to kept coming in because they pay daily, which was another thing. My team needed to eat. They needed to get paid. My bills were coming in daily. I liked the fact that they were paying every single day. I didn't have to wait around to see if the company was going to pay, because if I did the work today, they were paying me tomorrow. I also like the fact that if I collected $70, I was being paid at my rank over $400 on a $70 sale. Now, that isn't happening anywhere else in the entire profession. That means it's like, how can I trust the company? Well, the question is, can you trust the company? The question now becomes, can I trust you? The company is saying, we trust you to write good business, to not put in a bunch of crap. And it's the reason why the company's been around 50 years. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you about this company, because now we've brought it into this environment, into this thing, I think it's one of the best places to secure a long-term residual income. I don't care if your passion is health and wellness like mine is. Doesn't matter what your passion is. You continue to work on your passion, but you find ways to create a long-term residual income stream, because one day you might not want to do this anymore. One day you might want to be hanging out with Steve in Hawaii, talking to Sparky, making hip hop songs. Or whatever him and Sparky are doing in their spare time. so I wanted to create this income stream. But Ken and Steve, I think you're going to appreciate this, because the other day we were talking with the new CEO who came in. This guy is a powerhouse. Been here about 18 months and has made this company the premier, most professional company in the entire profession. I would debate this with anybody. But let me tell you a couple of things that we discussed. And I wrote some of this down so I don't get off track, and then I'm going to let you guys get back to the Super Saturday. Warren and I were discussing plans for 2030. Now listen to me. Most of us are trying to figure out how to finish off 2025 strong. Well, they've already got that plan. They've already got the map, the roadmap. They've already been executing on the plans. And I'm going to tell you what that's meant and what that is meaning right now in current time. But they're making plans for 2030. I'm going to give you some other numbers. 340 associates have earned over $1 million in income. 340 associates. This is not like theory. This is not maybe you can do it here. Maybe it might happen. These are actual payouts. 340 associates over 1 million income, including 115 that have made over $2 million in income. 31 are over $5 million in income. 11 are over 10 million. 4 are over 20 million. And 2 are over $40 million in actual commissions paid. Right now, the company is a $2.5 billion company. This is not like, hey, we're hoping to make 100 million this year. We're hoping to get some momentum. This is a company that is a 2.5. The company was purchased back in 2010 for $600 million. So you can kind of get an idea why. This is a cash flow machine that was purchased by a massive hedge company called MidOceans. And now they put in all the extra systems. They brought the technology in. They got all this push button stuff that I think works seamlessly inside of what we're talking about today. 1.8 million unique members, 4.5 million users have already been using the services, getting access to justice. The reason why I don't have a lot of stress in my life is because I started to realize what real legal situations were. I used to think you had to be a criminal. I used to think you had to get in trouble to need legal service, because that's why I would use them. But then I started to realize wealthy people make better decisions because they have legal guidance. Like, I don't have stress in my life because I'm not arguing with American Airlines over they just jacked up my ticket. It was only a $400 discrepancy, but they were not budging. One letter from my law firm to American Airlines, next thing you know, I got a check in the mail. I get audited by the IRS. Now, this was a big stressful situation for me. I wasn't the most organized person, but I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was only guilty of being unorganized. My tax attorney shows up into the audit, and a $250,000 audit turns into me only owing $50,000, which I still think was off, but I didn't have to speak to them. I didn't have to go through the stress of this stuff. I have a driver's license today because the law firm, their motor vehicle lawyers, showed up in court for me in multiple different states. I still have a driver's license. My daughter, who on a Sunday afternoon, I bought her, you guys ever see those box cars? They look like boxes. I forget what they're called, but they look like a box. Yeah. She flipped one on its side, brand new Nissan Cube. It was called a Nissan Cube. She flipped one on the side on a Sunday afternoon. She was freaking out, scared to death. The officer was trying to take a statement on the scene, but my daughter was taught that she has 24-hour, 7-day-a-week emergency access to an attorney. And what did that mean? She was able to get, because she couldn't reach me at the time, I wasn't available, I didn't know what was happening. She knew to call her Legal Shield emergency line. She had an attorney on the line within 5 minutes, and the officer was talking to the attorney, because the attorney said, look, if you make a statement out of emotion, out of being scared, they can and will use that information against you in a court of law. Imagine if your teenager, is pulled over late at night or after hours. It's a way to truly level the playing field. So we caught this very quickly. And here's why now. The field, $100 million in commissions were paid last year. This is commissions. It's not total revenue. This is $100 million paid in commissions. That's just commissions. That doesn't equal the bonuses. If you guys look at the new bonus structure, it's insane right now. Here, 1 billion paid in commission, 1 billion paid in the last 10 years. The team that we're part of has been paid almost 600 million of those commissions in the last 10 years. So think about that, just our team, because we're putting in systems like this, because we embrace technology, because we embrace people that are being themselves, that are not trying to do something different. Of course, integrity is a big part of it, because when you're selling legal insurance, you want people that have some integrity, that will do this professionally. Let me give you a couple more and I'm going to wrap this up. Let's see, company revenue last year was over 600 million. There's over 30,000 associates. Let's pay attention to this. This is why we play the game. It's called residual income. I call it long-term drinking out of a coconut money, because whether I'm here or I'm on the beach drinking out of coconut with Steve, I want that money. I want to do the work. I want to be like Eminem, the rapper. You know what I mean? Make one good hit, or Vanilla Ice maybe would be more my style. One good hit and then be paid forever on it. Residual income. The company has over 30,000 associates last year alone that have been paid residual income. That's from stuff they did in the past. Now, here's the big numbers. Recruiting is up 100% year over year. So right now, we're already up 100% over last year. Watch this. July, we all know, in this profession, it's one of the toughest months across the board. Companies are struggling. People are distracted. We already talked about some of this stuff. I just found out that last month was the biggest premium month in the company's 50-year history. And this will be the company's biggest year in the last 50 years. So what's happening is the company is gaining momentum because they differentiated themselves in the marketplace. They said, look, you can go get a lawyer for $300 an hour when you have an emergency situation, may or may not get good bedside manner, may or may not get your situation resolved, may or may not lead to bigger bills, or for about that much per year, you can have an entire law firm in your area and around the country to be on retainer, ready to go for you with a monitoring system that's watching how they treat you, how their bedside manner is, how are they responding, and it just goes on and on. There's so many other pieces of this puzzle, but we don't have time for that today. I hope you guys understand I'm excited. I'm actually easily excited. My wife says I'm a little too excited sometimes, but I'm fired up about what we're doing. I've been paid because of this industry tens and tens of millions of dollars because I went with integrity and enthusiasm. I introduced people to good companies, good products, and good people like the people you have on this line. So that's it, man. That's all I got. I'm going to go head to the pool and hang out with my wife. I'll keep the phone on and listen in and see if I can catch some more nuggets, but I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to me.
Oh, awesome, John. Great job. Sorry we had to turn our video off. Your audio was kind of cutting out there a little bit, but it came back and was strong, so I'm glad for that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I apologize for that. I apologize. I'm in a.
Oh, we missed just a little bit. It was good, but I would have liked to have my camera on, showing my enthusiasm and having people watch me laugh. Man, guys, was he not incredible? I'm so happy.
Amazing. Yeah. Put some fire in the chat for John, you guys.
Yeah, guys, please do.
Rock, buddy.
Yeah, so John, thank you so much for sharing. And any question you have for John, Steve, or?
No, just that, man, you're an inspiration, John. Appreciate you being on the call with us. Appreciate being on the same team with you, and we're ready to rock this Legal Shield build out.
Yeah. Hey guys, let me tell you something. I'm excited to be. I'm big on building teams. I'm big on our profession. There's a lot of changes happening in the profession. A lot of the changes I'm not happy with. I wrote. People got a little upset with me because I did write a book called MLM is Dead. But if you read the book, you'll understand it was more to get people's attention, because we have to do things differently than we've done in the past. The way we are doing things in the past, it's not working and it's hurting people. You got brand new people that want to have success, that want to do something significant, but we're telling them, go get them, Tiger. Go make your list. Go contact all your family and friends. Go puke all over them, and then somehow you're going to get rich. So we're lying. We got leaders that have been doing this. They're sitting in their ivory towers. They've now become social media influencers, and they're lying to the people that made them great in the first place. So that's why I'm really adamant about this, and I want this team to know that when I know you got other opportunities inside of this opportunity, but if you need assistance when it comes to Legal Shield, Ken and Steve, please give them my information. I give them my cell phone number. I don't care. Call me. I can help guide. I can help direct. I live, eat, and breathe this. I'm just getting warmed up. I've been in the profession 30 years, and I have not been this fired up in a long time. I know what we've got, and in 5 years, I'm going to take my wife's philosophy where it's pleasure before business. But right now, it's business before pleasure.
We're
So
in the
thank
same
you,
boat,
guys.
partner.
Awesome. Hey, John,
All
thank
right.
you so much. You just did phenomenal.
That's right.
It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to work with you, buddy. And yeah, we have that same level of commitment right now, guys. We're here to help you reach your goals. And you know, I believe Steve and I and John, we have the history, we have the resume, and we have the commitment to make sure that you're successful.
That's
John,
right.
thank you so much again for your
Yeah, go get yourself poolside, partner.
Thank you,
Full
guys.
tell your wife thanks for
Letting us borrow you.
come play with
Yeah.
us for a little bit.
Yeah, she called me 3 times while we're on this Zoom. That's how it shows you the respect she has for us. See you
right.
guys.
Thank
Hey,
you.
thanks, John.
Uh,
Hey,
thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you
you
got it.
bet. Thank you, buddy. Hey, guys, we were doing testimonials, but we have these 3 speakers, and I want to make sure that we don't lose them, the window for them. Ron, are you okay if we go with Joel here next? That'd be okay. You see Joel? Joel, you still here, buddy? I hope. Most of you know Joel, CEO of Got Backup, one of our 6 companies, and so we are running a little bit late. So I hope.
Hey, gentlemen, sorry I was muted there. And
Oh, okay.
mute
Awesome.
myself. How you doing,
There
Steve?
you
How you
are.
doing, Ken? I
Good,
don't
how
know
are
if
you
you
doing,
get the
Joel?
energy of John, man. Like, is he on 75 Red Bulls or what?
Yeah. He's fired up, boy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Here, Joel, I
amazing.
thought you were excited, but then
I
yeah,
know. Yeah.
John takes it to a whole different level for sure.
Yeah, he sure does. Yes, how you guys doing?
Very
Great,
well.
great. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likewise. Geez,
Hey, guys, I want to just introduce Joel a little bit. A lot of you know him, but he's people I've worked with, a lot of our members. What's exciting was when we announced that we're working with Ron, our lead guy, everyone's like, yeah, Ron's the guy and he's the real deal. And then when we introduced Joel, so many of our members have already had a history with Joel. Said, man, he's the real deal. He you know, is talented, has integrity. And so it was exciting for us to bring Joel on. And Joel, we just Steve and I went to Texas and spent time with Joel and his wife and saw his incredible operation there. Was super impressed. And you know, I like the phrase, guys, we're not only like-minded, but we're like-hearted.
Mhm.
And Joel has a heart for helping people. He wants to see them succeed. And he has an incredible background with marketing. So Joel, we just want to say it's a pleasure to lock arms with you, buddy. And
Likewise. Don't forget, we're still called Team Lightning. I don't know if you ever shared that.
I'll never forget that, man.
oh, that was
Good.
funny. You want to tell what happened real quick?
Yeah, sure. So I was super excited that you guys were coming to visit, and we went out to a dinner in an area called Green, and we were driving home on the highway. It was Ken, myself, and Steve in the back seat, and my stepson and my wife were in the front seat. And then there's like massive confusion because all of this happened in a millisecond, guys. There's like a loud boom and a flash of light. And like Steve looks at me, I look at Steve, he goes, I think we lost the tire. So then we're thinking like, okay, the tire's going to bounce. Tire's fine. And we're like, well, what the hell happened then? Like, what's going on? And then my stepson turned around, he goes, actually, that was lightning. And what was weird, guys, is there was no storm within the vicinity. I think there was something behind us a little bit or whatever. But yeah, we were probably 25 to 30 feet away of a bolt of lightning hitting the road while we were traveling. And it was, I've never experienced anything like that either. So yeah, we're definitely Team Lightning and so forth. And, you know, all our hair was standing up this high, even though we only have short hair and whatever else. So it was a really good time. And you know, just coming around to that, those 36 hours together too, I see where your heart is. And that's the most important thing to me is, you know, we're in an industry that's exciting, but you always want to try to help as many people as you possibly can. And that's what I saw from both of you guys. And that's why I was, beyond what you've done with Sparky and the phenomenal system you put together, for me, it was the people and the heart behind the company that made all the difference in the world for me. And I'm still coming, Steve, to Hawaii one of these days really soon.
All right, partner,
So,
come on.
Hey, you
and,
got to come through
yeah, it's
Utah
always-
first, Joel.
Yeah.
And the onboarding with all the people from Sparky went extremely smooth. I'm happy to say you're beating the industry standard inside our company. About 70% of the people are actually using the software, which leaves out 30%. But with you guys, it's a little higher than that. It's in the mid 80s, which is really, really phenomenal. Really phenomenal.
Nice.
And for those of you who are members of Got Backup, make sure that you're using the software, but more importantly, make sure that the people that you invite start using the software, because if they do, we have an unbelievable 93% retention rate, which is, you don't have that type of retention, you don't have any residual income. So it's been really, really phenomenal. I've been behind the scenes continuing to work on the software with our dev team because it's bounds. We're now dealing almost close to 10 petabytes of data. That's 10,000 terabytes of data, guys. An average hard drive on a computer is about 300 gigs. We're now dealing with 10,000 terabytes of data, which in its own, we're dealing with very, very fine, but we learned a lot in the process and so forth. But why is that important to everybody? Guys, that is so sticky. Okay, if you're looking for residual income, if somebody's uploading 500 gigs to our cloud, a terabyte to our cloud, those are people that are around for a lifetime. And it's just been going really, really well. And now is the time and the place, because I was actually doing a workout in my gym the other day. And obviously I'm on a lot of forums relative to data and, monitoring what's going on in the whole data world. And an interesting article popped up on my phone. In 2019, which wasn't that long ago, only 19% of people had backed up their computer one time. So meaning they had an external hard drive, they backed it up, they kind of forget about it and stuff like that. So that was 2019, not very long ago. Now it was late 2024, this stat came out. 53% of people are now backing up their computer and their mobile devices to the cloud at least one time a day. So think about that. Wow. 2019, only 19% of people backing up their computer one time versus today, 53% of people basically adopting and using a cloud. So, and another very interesting thing, and we're pulling a lot of people from iCloud over. So what makes us better than Dropbox or Google Drive or any of them, guys? I'm not going to be facetious. These are billion-dollar brands that have phenomenal technology behind them. We have the same technology, but what makes it amazing is instead of 2 terabytes, we give people 6 terabytes of space, which is enough by and large for your whole family, like without a shadow of a doubt. And so we're getting more and more people that are dropping their iCloud. Now, here's another interesting stat, guys. You know that, Apple is just about $1 trillion a year company. 70% of their service base, meaning like, Apple TV and, and iTunes and all that kind of stuff, 33% of their total revenue now, their residual revenue comes from iCloud. It's billions of dollars a year just from iCloud alone. And we're pulling more and more people over from iCloud because our technology is just as good and you're getting 3 times the space. So people say, well, geez, I've got my whole family on my iCloud account and it's costing me $45 a month because we're each using a little bit more space than the 2 terabytes. With us, they can come and get it for $9.97 a month. So things have been just off the charts, and it's incredible. What the nice thing about a digital product as well, we're now in 162 countries around the world. There's only 195 countries in the world combined. And for those who don't know, most traditional network marketing companies, not saying anything bad about the industry, but because they have physical products and services, they might end up in 10 to 15 countries in 10 years because of FDA regulations, shipping, handling, distribution, logistics, all that kind of stuff. We're in 162 countries out of the 195 in the first 2.5 years. So it's just doing really, and again, extremely affordable anywhere in the world. It's a product everybody needs at a price point that anybody can afford. So things are just off the charts. And so if there's any questions, anything you guys want to know about what's going on behind the scenes, anybody on the call, I'd love to chat with you all, but it's definitely a great place to be. And, you know, I was listening in early to some of the things. How are you guys going to, like, my God, 1,500 members in your downline? I was listening to that, some ad packs that Steve were talking about, like, wow, just incredible synergy
Yeah.
and so forth. So
You,
yeah,
you know what just popped in my mind, Joel, is I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I do have iCloud, but I also have Got Backup. Got Backup's awesome because I got all of my everything backing up all the time in real time. Not only me, but my family. I was able to give an account to my son, my wife. Everybody's backing everything they have up, all done seamlessly. And you know, my daughter's like, "Well, I have that on iCloud too." I'm like, "Okay, but that's just your, you know, your Apple products."
mhm.
And you know what? Apple has never sent me a check,
And they're not cross-platform. It's only for your Apple devices.
and it's only for my Apples, right? And I'm a PC guy and an Apple guy. And so
Yeah.
like I'm only getting half of my stuff backed up there, half of my stuff backed up on Google, but I get it all backed up on Got Backup, and I get a check every month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we
Joel,
are
could you-
truly, no hype aside, we're a complete unicorn in the network marketing space, you know? And it, you know, when you look at the product, it's not particularly sexy, but more importantly, it's needed today. 53% of people from 2019 to now, from 19% to one time to 53% of people using some sort of cloud service right now. What's it going to be 2 years from now? 70%, 80%, 90%, you know? It's because it's adopting change. Like I say a lot of on my own webinars, 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago now, but let's say 25 years ago, I was not putting my credit card online. It's too dangerous. It's scary. It's all that kind of stuff, right? And so that's where things are transitioning now too, because you got to change the behavior patterns of people. In the past, people used external hard drives because stuff's on the web, that's dangerous. I don't like that. But when they come to understand the technology and the security behind it, it's actually more secure than in plugging your phone, plugging in an external drive as well. And, you know, in the old days, external drives fail too, all the time, and so forth. So to give people a perspective of the redundancy, we have multiple clouds, but actually I could share my screen and if people are interested in how everything's done, we can do that, or we can talk more about the marketing. I probably have about another 5 minutes left, but what would you gentlemen like to discuss? Oh, you're muted, Ken. You muted yourself.
yeah, go ahead and do that, Joel. Hey,
Okay.
just real quick, can you kind of explain also how that is shared within a family, that each family member has their own secure login?
Yep,
just kind of
absolutely.
explain.
Okay. Let
That'd be
me
great.
share my screen. Okay, you guys seeing my screen? I don't know if I'm logged in. Okay.
Yep, we see it.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so this is my own personal cloud, but let's show you some of the technology behind the scenes here. This is something that most people don't have access to. Only our staff do, but I'll show you guys because a lot of people are like, Joel, could you lose our data? Like in theory, could you lose our data? One, the only way we could lose data is if our data center burned to the ground, but we still won't lose your data because we have a third-party contract with another data center where we also back up your stuff to a third-party data center. But in here, this is one of our clouds that we just launched. So right now, this cloud has 687 total terabytes available. It's already using up 49% of it. So it ate up 333 terabytes this week already. But here's what I want you guys to understand. Right here, this cloud is running off of 84 different servers. In those servers, there's 2,210 hard drives right here, okay? And so basically, your data, if you're on this cloud, and all our clouds are virtually the same, but we develop and build multiple clouds, your data is striped across 2,210 different hard drives and 84 different servers in our server room. Now we have what's called a 60-30 redundancy policy. So 30% of those computers, so let's say if there's 84, so let's say 30% is 25 servers. 25 servers would all have to fail at exactly the same moment before we even lost a single ounce of data, which statistically is impossible, again, unless the whole data center burnt to the ground. So that's the technology side of things. On the other side of things, I'll show you guys some new features that we're working on in the cloud that are coming out soon. But here is where you have everything. And guys, it's not just backup, it's full collaborate and share. A new feature we just added, some people have multiple iPhones. So we added a feature where if you have more than one iPhone, it's going to create a separate folder per iPhone and so forth. And what it does, guys, is it does this all automatically. So if you look at the different years here, it automatically, let's see what's in here. So here's some pictures that were taken recently off my phone and so forth. And it just categorizes them right away. If I wanted to share this one picture of my son, it can be a folder, a file, anything I want. I just create a shareable link right here. Whoop. Let me do that again. Move this. And I copy this and I can come back to the room after, guys, and share anything and everything I want to. The new features that we're adding on the computer backups right now, all it did was show the amount of files you were backing up. And if you wanted to restore files, what you would do is you would use the computer app, which Steve said is running in the background from here 24/7, runs seamlessly. It detects any new changes on your computer and automatically puts them up to the cloud. But what's really cool that we have that Dropbox or Google Drive doesn't have is an automatic restore feature. So let's say you automatically or accidentally deleted something on your computer and you want to go back and get it. You simply just come in here. Of course, it's going to ask for your password again for security purposes. You click continue. And then you can go and it's going to load the tree here and you can go and download anything that you'd like to download right back to your computer. Now, if your whole computer fails, you could actually restore your whole computer from the app onto your into your cloud as well. So that's some of the features there that we just finished adding. And then, this part takes a little bit, guys, because what's it doing is it's pulling down this, there we go, the structure of the whole tree. So let's say I'm here and I want to go in and let's say in my pictures folder, I accidentally deleted my 50th birthday party. I can click here, I can click restore to, and I can decide where I want to restore that folder onto my computer. It's really seamless and really easy to use. So those are the features that we had. But then a lot of people were like, Joel, I'd like to be able to also see all my files on my computer in the cloud. So this button here, this show files, is going to be released to everybody very, very soon. I'm beta testing it right now, but I can click and show my files and I can go back and I can see all the files on my computer. So as an example, the one I did look at was the 50th birthday party. Remember, we wanted to restore that one. And this was me trying to get back in the best shape of my life at age 50. And again, if I wanted to share this with everybody, I can share this whole folder, copy, and then I can share it with everybody in the room and download it. So the point being, guys, it's not just a backup. It's full collaboration. You can work on PowerPoints together. You can do whatever you want. You can share whatever you want. You can have one guy, just like Google Drive, one guy in Japan working on a document with you while you're working on it here in the United States. And the one thing you wanted to see as well is the how you can see the multiple accounts. So let me come back here. So ignore this part, guys. I'm just in our admin. This is a section that you guys never see, but I'll get to a demo account here and I'll log into that demo account. And once you log into your account, guys, people say, well, okay, if I have a sub account for my daughter or my son or my friend or a business colleague, is it a totally separate account? Yes, it's completely separate. So here you have the stats of your account. And then if you wanted to go and create an additional account, you simply click here and you go and allocate how much space you want to give them. So this account has the 6 terabytes because that's what we offer to people. But I can go and let's say I want to give them 1 terabyte. There we go, 1.4. I click add new member and then I got to create a new username here and stuff like that. You create a username, you put in their email address, it automatically sends them an email where your sub accounts can be created. They're absolutely free to whoever you give them to. So a lot of people say, well, does that only happen if they're living with us? No, I'm pretty close to an empty nester now, except for my stepson. So my daughter's using it, my son uses it. They don't live with me anymore. And the biggest question is can these sub accounts be seen by the master account? The answer is absolutely no, because they create their own unique username and password. So it's a really, 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 I mean, the value that we offer for $10 a month is ridiculously insane. And then when you combine that with the 75% payout, because we're a digital product, it really is amazing. And I'm happy to say that we now have multiple. Now, we're not like Legal Shield. We haven't been around 50 years, so we don't have 45 millionaires in the company, but we do have 13 or 14 different people making over 6 figures per year with us already. And when you consider that on a $9, like guys, we're not talking $100 a month, $200 a month, $9.97. We have tons of, and here's the thing too, the way we structured our compensation plan is it's very much similar to affiliate marketing and network marketing. And what I mean by that, your customer acquisition bonus is 50% right away. So with 2 referrals, yours is free, even though it's only $10, right? I mean, anybody can afford $10, but with 2 referrals, it's free for life. And yeah, things are just going really, really well. And I couldn't be happier to be working with you guys and excited for all of our futures together.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey,
Yeah,
I know
thanks, Joe.
we don't have a lot of time, but I just like to at least mention it. Steve, can you share your favorite feature with the collage of pictures where
Yeah,
weddings and stuff?
the product where you can go to events and you can give everybody a QR code or give everybody a shared link, and everybody can take a picture for one event.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Yeah, we call that memory place. And what's really cool is you're doing a lot of good for people. So again, if you're at a wedding, all you do is you would take like a little, you know, you fold up a little piece of paper that you stick on the table. You have a QR code on there. And on top of the QR code, please share all your videos and pictures from the wedding with the bride and groom, right? So you scan the QR code, and, you know, if you've got 300 people at an event, naturally, because if they're invited to the wedding, they're going to like, of course, I want to share the pictures and videos. Like, this is a very special day for those people. So once they upload and share the pictures and videos, then it pops up a little box that says, would you like to be notified when this memory place, this memory of this event goes live? Of course, 85% of people say, of course I want to know, because I want to see everybody else's pictures. I want to see pictures of myself. I want to see the videos, right? We're all narcissistic. So we want to see what's going on. So 85% of the people after they upload say, yeah, here's my name and email. Please let me know when this goes live. And what that does is that generates leads and data for people. Then the second thing that happens after that is, hey, did you find Memory Place cool? If you do, click here and create your own free account for Memory Place. So it's a lead generation machine. Now, I haven't been to a wedding in a while, but the last wedding I went to was my nephew's wedding last summer, and it generated about 285 leads passively just off that one event. And out of the 285 leads, now naturally, a lot of those people at the wedding know me, it created about 50 got backup accounts. Like, for doing nothing but doing good, right?
Yeah.
You're just doing good, right? Like, my nephew's super happy because he's got this time capsule of hundreds of people taking pictures and videos. So you're doing good there. And then you're notifying people when it's there. And then people are like, this is super cool. I want one myself. And it generated about 50 got backup accounts, which in turn creates the Memory Place as well.
Love it.
I
Yeah,
love that
that's
feature.
such
So
a cool
unique.
feature. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, it's going to be a great year, guys. I was listening in on all the things that you're doing. I don't know. You guys move at like warp speed. I don't know, man. And I need some of Ken's anti-aging formulas or something.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop. Anyway, I guess I'm out of time. Is there any other?
Yeah. We just had our 45th anniversary, my wife and I.
Wow.
And,
Congratulations, buddy.
So I
That's
said,
awesome.
yeah, we got married when I was 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say 42 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
anyway,
All right.
thank you so much, Joel. Such a pleasure to work with you, and
Yeah, likewise.
we're gonna help
Likewise.
so many people together. Really appreciate you.
Yeah. So I want to
Yeah.
say hi to a few people I recognize, Kevin and Richard and a few others. Nice to see you guys. They're kicking butt and got back up as well. And we're in the right place at the right time. You know, it's two emerging technology. Well, you know, backup is something, you know, like try to ask people if they want to store data 30 years ago. They didn't even know what that is. So you combine what we're doing and then the technology that you guys are putting together where nobody can really lose. Like that's what jazzes me. Because it's like John said, nobody likes calling their friends and family and all that kind of stuff. Although I gotta say, Memory Place does call on a lot of friends and family when you're doing events, but they join anyway because they're like, that was freaking cool. Like it's not begging them. They're like, I want one of those myself. You know what I mean? So anyway, I could talk all day. I don't want to squash on the next presenter or whatever. So I just want you guys to know, to everybody on this call, I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to continue to work my butt off to make this product better and better and better for everybody.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you
Joel.
so
Hey, you
much,
guys
Joel.
put some fire in the chat for Joel. You're an
Yeah,
amazing,
please do,
amazing
guys.
guy. Love your energy.
Pleasure, guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
look
thanks,
forward
Joel.
to a long,
Thank you.
long,
Take care.
exciting
You too.
future. Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, guys, if we could squeak in a couple of testimonials here, if anybody would like to share. I know it's quick, short notice here. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our next speaker. Let's do that, guys. I know it kind of caught everybody off guard. So let's go to Ron. Ron, are you available? I know we kind of had two segments, but if you want to put it all together, that would be fine.
Okay, there we are.
All
There you
right,
go.
perfect.
Wow. That was a lot of exciting information.
Yeah.
John, I mean, Legal Shield, I've been working with Legal Shield and they were prepaid legal, I mean, almost 25 years from day one when I got started in this business as a lead vendor. So they've been all along. They've got a fantastic product. I'm excited for what Joel has to say, and he makes 100% sense with how people's interests have changed from not knowing what a backup is to, wanting one. And it hasn't hit critical mass and momentum yet. I mean, as it does, especially with what Sparky is doing with the leadership here, we're going to see tremendous benefits. And, he's got a product that not only do people want, but it's an easy product to make sense of, and especially in a structure like this. And if I can do the screen share, I'd like to share some stats with you.
Hey, before you do that, Ron, I just wanted to properly introduce you. I just want to make sure that you were good here. But again, guys, as I mentioned, when we introduce working with Ron, everyone's like, I mean, he's well known in the industry, extremely well respected. He produces more leads for home-based business, probably than anybody in the industry. I kind of learned this about Ron before he became a lead vendor for 25 years. And for 15 years, he was full-time networking. He built some huge organizations, bigger than some people that I really thought were incredible icons. He's built bigger than that. So he knows the business, he knows how to build, and Steve and I have just really enjoyed working with Ron. He's been such an asset, guys. He goes above and beyond to help to make sure our team is successful with the leads that he's providing. Credibility galore, and I mean, you say there's givers and takers in this world, and we try to attract as many givers as we can. And Ron is one of those guys. He anticipates our needs as a team, and he takes action, does things we don't even ask him to do. So thank you so much, Ron, for all that you do. And we'll go ahead and turn the time over to you, buddy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Ken and Steve. You guys have created a fantastic platform, and I just can't say enough about it because but you've also attracted really good partners with these multiple streams of income. That's what makes the glue become super glue, and is incredible. So what I want to do is wrap around everything that we're doing as a media source, and also my validation as a network marketer. I mean, I was a network marketer for 15 years and a lead provider to the network marketing industry for 25 years. So I've been around this industry for 40 years. I mean, sometimes I can't believe how long it's been, but I mean, at one time I was brand new, just like for a lot of people, just getting started, not knowing what network marketing was. And boy, it's changed a lot. But right now, you hear this all the time. You're at the right place at the right time. But today's right place at the right time is bigger and better than ever before. If I can do a quick screen capture here, screen share, send request.
Should be good to go, buddy.
Okay, here we are. Okay. Okay, fantastic. You know, when you look at the scope of everything, you know, television and social media and the internet are 100% driven by advertising. Advertising is a form of lead generation. When you really think about it, lead generation is a $275 billion industry. It drives companies like Facebook, it drives companies like Google, it drives all the TV networks, it drives everybody. And why is it so important? Because lead generation leads to customer acquisition. That's the next step of lead generation. And, you know, and what Steve and Ken have decided to do and have played a very critical role in doing a very mass media blitz. And we've been part of that and very excited about it. But it's very important to know that, you know, in network marketing, you get resistance. You get people that say, well, you don't need leads or leads don't work. Leads have worked for every industry, every type of company out there. And people with that kind of mentality, it's like saying, I don't need a cell phone. I'll just speak face to face to people. Or I don't need an email address. I remember people used to say that, you know, 25 years ago, who needs an email address? I mean, today you'd be considered crazy if you said that. So things have changed a lot and things are continuing to change. So social media has opened the floodgates for small to medium-sized businesses, anybody that wants to participate in accessing a lot of people. Now, Facebook, for that matter, has just about every person in this world on a Facebook account. And they all have an email address because you can't join Facebook without email. So, and I'm going to come back to this later, but that is the common factor for all of the accounts, whether you have a, you know, a Got Backup account or whether you have a Google account, whatever account you have, you always have to have an email account. Okay, that is the common factor of communication. So what is it we're doing? We're doing some massive advertising. We've been doing continuous massive advertising. We're generating massive amounts of leads in this marketplace. We're using social media to influence. We've got a really powerful target market. And we're using the economic factors of today to drive business. Now, we all know what AI has done. I mean, we're all talking about AI, like it's the hottest news out there. But you know, it's also going to become the biggest compressor of jobs. It's going to compress the job force market because a lot of companies have realized very quickly with a couple AI bots, they can do the job of multiple people. And also their people are becoming a lot more productive and in cross-channel type of work. So they're not hiring individuals as much as they used to, and they're not expanding with more people, even though their revenue is going up. So in other words, there's going to be more people looking because the job market is going to compress. With that being said, more and more people today are looking for, you know, opportunities, whether it's the gig market, people looking for, you know, Uber emerged very high, very big as a result of that. And there's a lot of opportunities like that, but they're not real opportunities. They're just income opportunities. This is a business. There's a big difference. This, as you build it, you become the boss, not the other way around. And, you know, it's like what John said earlier with prepaid legal. He took a step back for over 15 years and he still had a check continuing to come in. See, you can't do that with a job. You can't do that with most businesses because there's no leverage. And that's the beauty here is we are offering a leverage. That's the economic, you know, condition that we're offering the marketplace. That is a very, very powerful feature. Now, with that, we have done some powerful things together and are continuing to do some powerful things. And that's really what I'm excited about because we're using AI technology. AI has taken another step forward with ChatGPT. Now they've just introduced 5.0, which is supposed to be way better than the other version, even though the other version was phenomenal. I mean, how much better could it get? It's like having a PhD at your fingertips. I mean, that's the level of intelligence that it's outputting. You're getting the total benefit of that as it emerges through Sparky. You've got, you know, we have over 40 years experience in the industry. You know, Steve and Ken have put together a team, a backup team that is just beyond good. They've got some software professionals, some data professionals. We're doing the media. You know, there's a whole team behind the scenes that you normally don't see on a regular basis. And I've had the pleasure to work with them, and they're just phenomenal. They're tops in the industry. So you do have great leadership in Steve and Ken because they've had the vision, but not only the vision, but they've taken action on it. It's like Steve says, you know, be proud of what you do today, tomorrow. And you know, that's exactly what he's doing. He's taking those steps and he's taking action towards those steps. So that is really important when you've got leadership that doesn't talk a big story, but they do a big story. Now, so we've got that and put together, and then we have the lead generation. The lead generation is the missing ingredient that makes the, you know, it's like the fuel, okay? It's like you can't cook without food. You need food to cook. And that's what this is. This is the fuel to boost your business. And that's what creates the true ownership. You've got true ownership with all these dynamics that are tying into one. Now, what is it that we've done that makes us so unique and so different? Because people will say, well, you know, anyone can advertise on Facebook. Well, they can, but it's not the same. Because what we've done is we've created what's called a custom audience. This is one of the keys here. What is a custom audience? People don't understand what a custom audience is. A custom audience is we've got a list of network marketing professionals, business opportunity buyers, business opportunity seekers. We have over 11 million names of these individuals. We have a list of these people. We've uploaded that list to Facebook. That is our custom audience. We can advertise solely to that audience. We know that they fit the scope of what we have here to offer. As a result of our custom audience, we've also created 2 million clicks. And these are visitors from our traffic. These people are also part of a new audience that we've created. We've also generated over 2 million leads. These are also part of another audience that we've created. So now we've got close to 15 million people on our custom audience that we're targeting and retargeting to on a regular basis. Now, let me explain to you what retargeting means. Retargeting means that we're able to go back to someone who's viewed something and we could resurface and reserve that ad to those individuals. Have you ever been on Facebook and you've clicked on an insurance ad just to see the kind of rates you can get, and all of a sudden you're scrolling down, you know, maybe even the next day, and all of a sudden you're starting to see insurance ads?
Yeah.
That's called retargeting. And Facebook uses their technology to be able to serve up ads to people that are looking for that sort of thing. We do that internally. We've uploaded these lists and we're using these databases to market specifically what Sparky has to offer. And we're an AI-driven technology that's offering multiple streams of income for people that are involved in companies or not involved in companies, where they can participate through a platform of 6 different business opportunities. Now, what is it we've accomplished? We've accomplished over 1.52 million clicks on our ads. Our ads have been seen over 38 million times, okay? That's a lot of views for our ads. We've had a 6.23% click-through rate. That means that 6.23 out of every 100 people that see our ad click on our ad. The industry average is just below 1%. So we're 6 times what the industry average is. And that's because we're serving up our ads to the right people. It helps a lot. I mean, if you serve it to the right people, you're going to get the right, you know, eyeballs. And that's very important. And that's on Facebook. On Microsoft, we're almost at 16.5%. That's what attraction marketing is with Microsoft, because it's built on search. When people search a certain keyword, we can actually offer our audience to that. So we serve up our audience based on them searching certain keywords. So the value is so much greater because they're coming to us instead of us going to them. With Facebook, we go to them. On Bing or Microsoft, they come to us. Now, a lot of people don't think Bing is very big, but Bing is Microsoft. Microsoft is huge. Just about everyone's got a PC. They're on Microsoft or you know, on Office. Any of these services, they serve ads through these platforms. So that's the market share that we've hit, and we've generated these kinds of numbers. And we're just getting started. This is just the beginning. So we've had 38 million views of our ads, 1.52 million clicks, and we've generated 2 million verified leads. And what is it we do with the leads? We do a lot of things with the leads. I've been in the industry for 25 years. When I sell a lead to somebody, that lead is sold and it's gone. They're dealing with the lead. Here, when we market a lead through this platform, what we do is we continue to build the value of that lead up because we keep it warm. We do what's called warm marketing to it. We'll send out emails to it. We'll do voicemail broadcasts with ringless voice drops. We'll also do text messaging, and also Sparky goes at them as well. So that keeps the leads fresh, meaning that people will choose to join a business when the timing is right. Their interest is one thing, but when the timing is right is when they actually take action. There's a lot of people that just look, but to look and to take action are two different things. So you want to be there when they're ready to take action. And the only way to do that is have multiple touches with those individuals. Experts say it takes anywhere from 7 to 14 touches before a person can make a decision. And in this case, we go beyond that because we're keeping the leads constantly warm. The other thing that Ken and Steve had introduced is attraction marketing through the sticker program. This thing is phenomenal because now it's allowing sort of like what Joel has done with his program, with people taking pictures at a wedding and then they share it and all of a sudden it goes viral. Well, this works along the same lines. You put a sticker on your car and you drive around. If people like it, they'll click on the scan code and all of a sudden that becomes a lead for you. And you're now doing what's called rejection-free marketing. That's one of the most difficult parts of network marketing is the rejection part. That's what keeps people from ever succeeding. When they say a lot of people don't succeed in network marketing is because they don't learn the right skills to talk to people and they say the wrong things. And not only do they say the wrong things, but they get blown out of the water as a result of that. So rejection-free marketing is when people are coming to you because they saw something of interest. So the sticker program, the yard signs, all that kind of stuff brings people in. So between that, the leads, the media, we've got the trifecta of marketing that's going on, and we're keeping the leads warm. And we're continuing. This market's getting bigger and bigger. As the job market compresses, the business opportunity market grows even more because there's more dissatisfaction. Today, it's not a matter of whether people have 1 or 2 jobs. It's some people have got 3 jobs. I mean, people can't get raises where they're working at. But as a result of that, they're looking at different ways to make more money. So Sparky, this whole program with the multiple streams of income, with the media that we're doing in the background for you, is all put together. It's simple, it works, and it's working. And, someone would have said about Amazon, 20 years ago, where they would be today, people would have laughed. If people would have said that about Tesla, 10 years ago, they would have laughed. And NVIDIA, same thing. There's a lot of companies that were nobodies at one time, were cutting edge type of opportunities that no one really understood. Because you don't understand it doesn't mean you don't want to participate. You want to be part of that wave. I mean, how many people truly understand how a cell phone works or, that kind of technology? Nobody understands that. They just know how to use them. And that's what I'm saying is take advantage of this, use the technology, be part of a team that is doing all the right things to build your business, which is part of their business. Everyone wins. And that's the beauty of this cooperative approach that we've put together. And again, it doesn't work if you don't have the right people, and the right people are here. And that's why it is working to the extent that it is working. So with that, I'd like to, leave it at that. If there's any questions I can answer, I'd be more than happy to, take them on. And then we can get into some of the other training that you asked me to do for later.
I've got a couple of quick questions for you, Ron. So
Sure.
here we have these 2 million leads. We're emailing those leads. We're reaching out to those leads. I just wanted to say, how brilliant Ron is with the strategies here. He's distilled that down to a list with the primary list that we are targeting has a 66% open rate. That's off the chart. That's like off the chart and a lot of the other open rates for the messages. So he's not just selling us leads and say, good luck, guys. He's literally helping us reach out to those leads. He's emailing the leads. We're emailing the leads. So Ron, by the end of September, we talked about a goal. How many emails do you think we'll be able to send out on a daily basis by the end of September, would you say?
The goal is by the end of September to hit 1 million a day, as far as emails. That's what we're aiming to do. You know, the key is the opens. As we send out emails and people open them, you know that those people are the warmer part of the lead. And then we continue to promote events like this and other events to those people, but we're constantly filtering the list and upgrading the list. And that's how you create a really warm list from a list. And that's why we're getting such great open rates. It's phenomenal. 66%. I showed you guys the numbers. I mean, I was impressed with that. I mean, that's, I mean, some people send out emails and they don't get an open rate like that just to their friends and family. So, you know, that's really good. I'm thrilled with that. And that's only going to grow because we have a very good sound strategy towards that type of follow through. And that's important. It's the follow through and keeping the leads warm and staying there. Because when that person's ready to make that decision and all they've ever seen was Sparky, 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 it's a very easy call to action to follow up with Sparky at that point. So, yeah.
And you know what's awesome is those aren't that's not a company list. I mean, you're talking about this list that isn't Ken and my list. This is the list that's being assigned to every single one of the members, every single one of our members. You know,
Correct.
that's their list. And talk about value.
Yeah, because when those people respond, it goes to the allocated individual. They get the benefit of it. And that's what I was saying. Like your team is getting the benefit of the follow up and follow through that we're doing with these lists. So it's very powerful. Even when we market, you know, we're advertising on Facebook to the leads. Okay. And when those people fill out the form, they get allocated to the person that they've already been assigned to. So that's really powerful. We're spending, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars a week advertising to that list alone. So that's what's called a closed loop marketing cycle. We're not marketing to all the Facebook people out there. We're marketing to our custom audiences, and then we're marketing to our leads at different type of an ad. It's a longer ad, more elaborate ad, more to keep them warm. And we're getting thousands of clicks on those. So we're very happy with the results.
Awesome. Hey guys, just want to let you know that up until this point, you know, you can plug into our memberships and the system works. You can get the ad packs, the system works for you. You can get the sticker on the window, the system works for you. So everything you've heard up to this point in time, and we're going to be wrapping up in about 25, 30 minutes, guys. We have some training for you, but I want to make it clear, the training is for action takers, which is optional, right? And Ron, I appreciate what you said, that when Ron trains people of how to work the leads, when they fail because life gets in the way or one thing or another, they're done. But so Ron's going to go into a training here for action takers. If you want to say, okay, you're excited about our team Sparky working for you every day, following up on the leads, working on the conversions and so forth. But you're like, you know, hey, I'd like to go a little faster. So guys, we have a treat for you. Two things. First, we're going to have Ron is going to show you the right way to work the leads, right? Because if you're working the leads wrong, you can hear all kinds of things. Like, I never subscribed. You know, they're trying to get rid of you because you're not approaching them in the right way. So Ron's going to shift over into a training, and then after that, we're going to have Kevin do a training, a testimonial. We're going to hear some of the great results that Kevin Sosa's had. By the way, guys, he just got back from the hospital, had a lot of back issues. So the fact that he is here and willing to do a training today speaks really loudly to his character and what an incredible servant leader Kevin is. So he's going to go next after Ron. So that's the agenda for the rest of the time we have left, guys. So we're gonna work hard to be done we should be done by the top of the hour. We'll hopefully have a little bit of time before the top of the hour that we can hear from some of you, cover some announcements. But that I just want to draw a clear line here, guys. What you're going to hear for the next 30 minutes is if you want to take action, if you want to do everything you can to move ahead faster, like Kevin has. And by the way, guys, we've invested well over $1 million in advertising. We've put a lot of money out. We've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions. A lot of people have made money. Kevin's made in a short period of time close to $20,000. So when we get to Kevin, I would definitely want to listen to what he has to say because he's walking the talk. And so we have some great training for you guys. Steve, did you want to cover anything before Ron gets into the training portion?
No, I'm good to go. Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is gold, guys. If you want to kind of help pitch in and move your leads faster, Ron knows what he's talking about. I tell you what, when he went over this training with us, kind of blew my mind. I'm like, man, if you had a team in network marketing that didn't have us, you definitely would want your team to know what he's going to talk about.
Well,
and the fact that if you have your team engaged with this and then there's a backup with us behind this, then I just don't see how anyone can fail, Ron. But I'm super excited. Oh, go ahead, Steve. Did you
I was just going to say, and I mean, this is really the power of all those leads that are being assigned to you every single day. You can download those leads and you can work those leads yourself. These are, highly hot. These are hot leads. These are folks that are actively looking to increase their income from home. And, while we're doing all, like Ken said, like the system's doing all the work. If you're a type of person that wants to really push forward and move faster and have their hands in it and, feel like they want to talk to people, that's why we have Ron here is really going to help give you the very best opportunity to have success with working those leads as possible.
That's right. One quick thing I want to say is in the past, we were like, well, hold off on reaching out to leads because we want to really warm them up. Like Ron said, it takes so many touch points before they're ready to buy. And if you're going to take action, we wanted to have you reaching out to leads that we've already sent emails to. We're already retargeting to all those leads. Even before we sent the first email, Ron has uploaded them into Facebook. And so by the time they get their first email, they've already seen multiple Sparky ads. Okay.
And they're getting a ringless voicemail drop, a custom ringless voicemail drop addressed to each individual lead. Because those are happening in real time.
Alexa says, hello, Jim. This is Electra, excuse me. Uses their name in the ringless voicemail message twice. And so it feels really personal. So guys, we're really going to be satiating these leads with touch points, but they're going to know who Sparky is by the time you reach out to them, or a lot more than ever before. So now the leads are at a point to where if you wanted to, pitch in, if you wanted to do some things to move faster, this is perfect timing, guys.
That's
okay,
right.
Ron, lay it on us, brother.
Okay. Well, this is the hardest part of network marketing, is learning the language skills to communicate with people. And most people get it wrong. And that's why the high attrition rate in this industry, because most people think it's about selling. It really isn't. It's about asking the right questions. And if you ask the right questions, people will sell themselves. And I'm going to share with you some of the questions that you can ask. And also keep in mind, I mean, you can call your leads, but also when someone responds to one of your stickers or one of your yard signs, that is a lead direct to you. You can follow up with those individuals as well. So it's important to have the right language, because if you don't use the right language, you're going to turn people off. And it's usually self-inflicted. You could be very motivated and very excited. That's one thing. So excitement and motivation alone in this business without the skill set won't get you far. You need the skill set if you're going to talk to people. One of the beauties of this whole program, Sparky's very eloquent. He talks to people really well. So he bridges that gap. But when it's time for you to take action and talk to prospects, you have to have a few key points. And I'm going to share with you, is it simple? Does it work? And can I do it? That's always something that's got to be kept in the back of your mind, because that's what a new prospect is listening and watching and understanding about the process. If they think they can do this and it's simple enough, that's what's going to duplicate. You cannot duplicate complexity. Okay. There's a reason why McDonald's sells more hamburgers than anybody else versus other places that have really, do they have the best hamburgers? No, because they sell the most doesn't mean they have the best, but what they have is the best system for selling hamburgers. And in network marketing, the biggest groups are built through ease and through simplicity. So let's keep it simple. When you're contacting people, you have to approach them in a very simple way. Most people will call a prospect and engage with them and get into a conflict. It's no different than, you know, if you walked into a store and you asked and you started looking around and someone came up to you and they said, "Can I help you, sir?" And you say, no, I'm just looking. That's what most people do. They say, I'm just looking. And that's how it is with leads if you ask the wrong question. But if the clerk at the store said, you know, "Welcome to our store. Can I show you where the 50% off rack is, or the 70% off sale we're having just today?" What would you say? Sure. So you lead with the right question, you'll get the right results. One of the best questions when I call a lead, or I teach people how to call leads, is always ask an either or question, not a yes or no, either or, because there's no yes or no to it. So if I was calling Steve and I say, "Hi, Steve, I'm calling you because you recently expressed an interest in working from home. Were you looking for a part-time or a full-time opportunity?" I didn't give him a
Part-time.
chance to answer. I just went right into it with the either or. And Steve's going to be, "Well, yeah, I was kind of looking for different things. I'm not really sure." "Well, fantastic. Well, tell me, what do you do for work? Are you currently working?" So I ask the work question secondly, regardless of what the first answer, but what do you do for work is very important, because that'll give you a gauge as to where they're at in life, whether they're looking to improve their income or whether they generate their primary income. You know, Steve could say at that point, "Well, I'm working 2 jobs and I'm not making enough money. I'm looking for a third way to make money. I'm just looking for different things." So that starts to open the opportunity. And the next most powerful question is, have you ever thought about owning your own business? That is the entrepreneur question. The second question is the money question. And the first question is the icebreaker. Okay. So have you ever thought of owning your own business? And Steve will say, "Well, yeah, you know, I was involved in Amway about 15, 20 years ago. I did a couple things on the side. I've always been an entrepreneur, but lately I've had jobs." I mean, he is a golden lead at that point. See how by asking those right questions, now I'm able to talk to Steve about his interest. You know, tell me what caught your interest in wanting to make some additional income. Tell me what motivates you. And I start asking that, and then he'll get into a long story. People love to talk about themselves. That's one thing you'll realize. And that's where people have short patience. People don't want to ask questions. They want to talk about themselves. But you don't need to be talking about yourself when you're talking to prospects. You're prospecting them. You want to learn about them. You're building a relationship with that person. And, you know, people do business with people they like, trust, and they know. And you're getting to know, and that person's getting to trust you in a very quick way if you ask the right questions. And one of the things that I love to teach people on what to say is, after they've asked those 3 questions, and you may not get past the second question, and they're going on and on about, you know, why is it they're looking for a business opportunity, or why they're looking to make extra money. You know, you could say, "Tell me more about what you just said. You know, tell me more, Steve." And that's what's called a conversation extender. When you use conversation extenders, it allows you to hear more of what that person's hot buttons are. People get enrolled based on you triggering their hot buttons. If I know that Steve is looking to make a little extra money because he's dissatisfied with the amount of hours he's got at his job, he's looking for a to put his kids through college or whatever it is the reason. But those are the questions through the tell me more. People will tell you all that stuff. You don't have to have 1,000 different types of questions. You don't have to grill them. If you let them talk, they'll keep talking, and then you'll understand which direction to take. When I say that, at that point, they're almost selling themselves, it's so true, because after you've spent 10 or 15 minutes with a prospect and they go from being a green apple to a red apple, and all of a sudden they're selling you as to why they need this, I mean, that's pretty powerful. And see, at this point is where I use the leverage of duplication. I use the video. The Sparky videos are phenomenal. I would then at that point tell the prospect is, we've got a short video I'd like you to watch. It's about maybe 10 minutes long, and it explains everything we do. And you'll get a very good feel for how this business works after you've watched this video. And then I can answer some questions for you. Is that something you can do? And then I get a commitment for them to watch the video. I send them a link to the video. I've made notes of all, the conversation that we've had. And after they've watched the video, it's a very simple point at that point. You say to them, okay, Steve, fantastic. Have you had a chance to watch the video? He says, yes, I've watched the video. Fantastic. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Or what caught your eye? What did you like best? Not what did you think? You never ask people, what do you think? Because that makes them feel like they're a critic. And what do critics do? Criticize. So you don't ask them open-ended question. You ask them a question where you're going to direct the answer to something that you know. So that is a powerful approach. When they say, well, I kind of like the fact that you've got this computer bot that's calling leads and doing all this stuff. And all of a sudden they understand the dynamic of mass media, AI technology, multiple streams of income, great business opportunities in the back office. They start seeing all these components and it starts making sense to them. And then all you have to do is put the pieces together. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Based on what you've seen on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself? See, these are closing questions without really being closing questions. Because if at that point Steve says, well, I'm a 10, I love what I've seen so far, well, let's go to the next step. Are you ready? Is there anything holding you back from getting started? That is the close right there, folks. Is there anything, when they've talked enough about themselves and they've given you enough of the signals, that is the closing question. Is there anything that's holding you back from getting started? And that's where you get them looking like deer in the headlights. And they said, no, not really. I think it looks pretty straightforward to me. Well, fantastic. We can get the paperwork done. We can get you rolling. We can get you onboarded. And it's as simple as that. And, based on that, Steve, what we've gone through, tell me, is this something you feel you can do? It's a very simple process. And all of a sudden, Steve, because I've kept it simple, because I've asked questions and he did all the talking, I didn't have to memorize all these fancy scripts. All I've done is push the right buttons. When you push the right buttons, you get the right responses. And then you just take it from there. And all of a sudden, I say to Steve, at that point, I say, there's probably 1 or 2 people that come to mind that you think could do this business. And he would say, well, yeah. My friend George, he would be really good at this. Fantastic. And see, this is the power of taprooting or getting referrals. In normal business, they call them getting referrals. In network marketing, it's called taprooting. And I'll tell you a story about taprooting. I learned this a very long time ago. I had a prospect that I sat down with. I did a presentation. And I said to them, I've got 5 other presentations I'm doing today. If you decide to join right now, if you decide to join, any of those other people that I'm going to present to, I'm going to put underneath you. Is this something that you can deal with? And I never had a no on my first presentation. I never got a no on my second presentation because I created greater value moving forward. Okay. If I ever got a no from people, you know what I got? I got referrals from them. you realize that I generated 2 leads one time from individuals that didn't sign up, okay? But I got referrals from them because it just wasn't right for them. I mean, and that does happen. One person led me to 50,000 people as far as building a team, and the other person led me to 75,000 people. And their sponsor didn't exist. I turned out to be their sponsor. But the person that referred me to didn't want to join. But I worked with them. They were like, because I asked those individuals, says, do you know anyone in network marketing? Do you know anyone that's been involved in network marketing? They say, well, yeah, you need to call Sam. This guy, I mean, he does everything. He gets involved in all of them. His name was Sam Pelican. And I reached out to Sam and signed him up. He got excited, and it was history after that. So it does work. Taprooting, getting referrals works great. Creating value for multiple recruits by offering incentives for people to join that you could put underneath them. That works even better. People say, well, you shouldn't put people underneath. When you build depth, you build security in this business. When you go linear, you don't build as much security. But if I went 5 people down, I'm locking in the other 4 people in between when you're working with the 5th person and the 6th person and 7th person. That's how I've been able to build over the years. I've built 3 different teams over 100,000 people because I've built depth very quickly. And depth, the base on the depth multiplies a lot faster than it does on your personal recruits. And you're also teaching a skill set. When you're teaching people these skills as they're contacting their leads, and you give them 3 or 4 questions to only ask if they're going to contact their leads, or if they're doing a 3-foot rule. People say the 3-foot rule is dead. It is kind of dead, but people receive deliveries from Uber. People receive deliveries and they see these people working. These are all gig workers. These people are out there making extra money. You can offer them a business opportunity, okay? They're already involved in a business opportunity. So you can ask them for something, you can offer them something a little bit better and a little bit more reaching that gives them leverage. So that's the kind of stuff that people fumble on. The beauty of, with the whole Sparky program is there's a lot of that stuff that's done for you. But there's going to be people that say, you know what, I love talking to people. I want to go out there. I want to talk to people. I want to get the yard signs out. I want to get the stickers out. I want to really go all in. I want to call my leads. Well, this is how you call them, and this is what you say to them. And it's not a matter of you selling them. It's a matter of them selling themselves. And I'll give you a perfect example. You show a picture of 100 people to somebody, and you know who they're going to look for first? Themselves. Every single time, right? When you look at a picture of 100 people, you're looking for yourself. That's what people want to do, is they want to talk about themselves. So if you talk about them, to them, ask the right questions, and then through deductive reasoning, ask for, is there any reason why, is there anything that's holding you back from getting started? It's a done deal. I mean, your presentations will be very quick, very easy. You move them to action to watch the video, and then you wrap them up with the final questions. Tell me more extends the conversation. Always remember that when you're stuck for words or stuck for language, you tell me more about that. Tell me more of why you were really looking, or tell me more about your dissatisfaction with your job, or have you looked for other things? You just continue the conversation. See, that's the power of building the rapport. And remember, people love, they love talking about themselves. I've said this time and time again in all my trainings. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But wouldn't it be easy if you just look for thirsty horses? Because they're going to drink on their own, right? So just look for those thirsty horses and you will have success. And now the best part is, if you don't do any of this stuff, it is perfectly fine, because the system will take care of a lot of this for you. And if you do want to get out of your comfort zone and break those barriers, then yeah, I would follow this pattern. And I do have a whole video set that I'll release to Steve and Ken, and they could put it on the website. It's a very generic training I've done, and it's worked for years and years, and it continues to work for those that want to step out and talk to their prospects or talk to other people that they prospect. But the beauty here is they've taken away a lot of the negativity, because a lot of people aren't going to want to do this, and that's fine. You can understand how it works, but a lot of people won't want to do it. but the system will do a lot of this for you. So I can't offer that as a lead vendor in the industry. I have to teach people that. When I was a builder, there wasn't any plan B on this type of a structure where it would help me build my business. I had to teach the skill set to people, and the ones that didn't learn the skill set didn't do well in the business, because that's what it all came down to. Today, we're in a different era. Network marketing has had a huge change, and technology has made that change possible. And, Sparky AI, I mean, I don't know what I could say. I mean, AI technology has changed the face of marketing. It's changed the face of every industry. And in a lot of cases, it's not going to be a positive change. It's going to be a compression of jobs. And you are offering a business opportunity, and remember that. And that's the beauty of what's all here. So you don't want to complicate it. Keep it simple. Learn the right questions and ask those questions, but always ask questions instead of talking. The less talking you do, the more buying they're going to do. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Ken.
I love it. Great job, Ron. Put some fire in the chat for Ron. So guys, if you're approaching it right, like he just trained, you're not going to get things like, well, I never signed up. I didn't when you get those objections, it's a signal that your approach is maybe wrong. So as long as if you're going to reach out to the leads, listen to Ron's training, make sure that you're doing it that way, rather than, some people, they feel like they could, somebody put in their name as a lead, so they feel like they can tell them what to do. I'm like, guys, this is a persuasion business. You want to influence people. People they're not looking for a boss, right? They're looking for an opportunity. So what Ron is teaching is, how do you attract them to want to do business with you? And if you're getting the objection, oh, I didn't ask, I didn't inquire about a home-based business, chances are it's the approach. So you want to go back to the training there.
Let me tell you, I'll tell you one last thing. We were on a training call one time. We were on a training call, and we were talking to a prospect. And we do these calls where we actually call prospects, and we let our trainees listen. And the prospect said, well, you're about the 13th person that's called me today, who's being a little bit smart there. And I said, really? And I said to him, well, that's fantastic. Have you made any decisions? Have you made any choices yet? And the guy said, well, no, not really. Well, look, I mean, what prompted you to look? And I totally disengaged his negativity, because you can't take negativity as a real answer. Okay. I disengaged it. I asked the question, and I must have had a couple hundred people on this training call, and they just couldn't believe it, because most people would just completely melt in their seat and go away and saying these leads are no good. But it's just a reaction. Have you found something yet? How long have you been looking? Well, fantastic. Well, you got a few minutes, and maybe I can go through some details with you. You recently expressed an interest in working from home, making extra money. Were you looking for part-time or full-time? That is non-confrontational. Right. If I called you up, Ken, and said, Ken, you signed up online to make extra money, tell me, and I start barking orders at you, I'm going to get my defenses up. Okay. And then the negativity starts. It's like the clerk at the store saying, can I help you? No. I'm just here to look. I've got a pocket full of money. I walked into their store. You can't get a better prospect, can you? But I'm just looking, because I don't want to be committed, because they didn't ask me the right way. So back to you.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Ron. Again, guys, put some fire in the chat for Ron. Hey, Simona, you have a quick thought? I see your hand popped up.
Yes, I just want to give a little testimony right behind what Ron said. That happened in the call center with me. The lady came in and she was saying, I just want to know what's going on with my account, blah, 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 blah. So I diffused the whole thing, and I said, well, did you get the car sticker yet? Because they're talking about conversion rates. And she was like, oh, no, not yet. I said, well, you can get the car sticker or the magnets. And she was like, oh, you have magnets? And we started talking about that, and then I sent her on back. So she started off one way, but by the time we got done with that conversation, she was going back there getting those magnets. So that's what, yes, I was just you know, saying and confirming what Ron said. It happens to us in the call center all the time. By the time they leave, we've mostly, like 95% of them, we have diffused that whole negativity run. So I just wanted to say that on our behalf, because
Way to
we're the
go,
Hall of
Simona.
Fame. We're the Hall of Fame Prosperity Highway Global Call Center. Oh my.
What's the fire the chat
That's
for
our name
Simona?
now. We're the Hall of Fame Call Center. Everybody knows it.
Oh, I love it. Janet, she says, I like when people say, you know, because they don't, if they're not plugged in, they don't know what's going on. Again, guys, there's no reason ever to quit, in my opinion, because after 90 days, we're going to work for free. So why would you ever quit? But some people don't get that and they're ready to cancel. And Janet says, well, I love people that want to cancel, because she calls it, she follows up, has a discussion. They decide to stay, they buy an ad pack from her. So our team does, you know, it's just a matter of what we have is phenomenal, guys. So the call center just gets together and helps clarify, you know, how it works. And yeah, our call center is just done phenomenal.
You know what's funny is the main takeaway for me, and something that we've really been working on all of our outreach as well, is not selling. People don't want to be sold. You know, they want to get the information that they're seeking. They want to, like Ron said, they want to talk about themselves. They want to relay their situation, and you know, how can you help my situation? And so that's what we're, you know, getting a lot better at, is helping solve their problems. And I think that's what a lot of what you're saying, Ron, is kind of a takeaway for me, is, you know, let's find out what it is that they really need and let's help solve their problem.
Problem solver, not a
Yes,
salesperson.
not a salesperson. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, thank
yeah.
you so much, Ron. Did
Okay,
a phenomenal
okay.
job
Yeah,
as
appreciate you,
always.
partner.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well, Steve, can you bring Kevin in on the view here? And
I will.
select-
Let me find
Oh,
Kevin.
let's see.
I
I
just
can,
seen him.
there we go.
There he is.
I brought him in. Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, you're in for a treat here. Kevin has been full-time marketing for many, many years. His passion has been personal development. He just eats and breathes personal development. And guys, I was on a walk with my wife this morning, and Jim Rohn says the big reason why you want to make it a goal to make $1 million isn't, I mean, the money, yeah, but it's not just the money, it's who you become in the process. And that's what I love about network marketing as a whole is it's a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached to it. And so if you do want to, now, even if everything's done for you guys, another reason to pitch in is the growth, the personal growth, right? And that gives you the confidence that you can be independent the rest of your life if you have the skill. Like Jim Rohn says, more important than making a sell is having the skill to make the sell. So I invite you guys to listen very closely to what Kevin's going to share. He walks his talk, and he's one of our top performers. I can't say enough about you, Kevin. Steve and I really appreciate your contribution and all that you do. So let's go ahead and turn the time over to Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin. Kevin Sosa.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much. And, you know, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. About a little over a week ago, I was in a fetal position in the most agonizing pain you could imagine, with a sciatica problem that I've had for years, actually. And it reignited. And
Kevin, I don't know if you could speak it a little bit louder. I don't know if Steve,
Okay,
did you
is
have a
that
hard time
better?
hearing him?
Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Okay, great. So I've been in the hospital for a week, recovering from a problem with my back, sciatica. And however, I didn't stay unemployed in the hospital. I decided to take action, and 7 hospital personnel filled out the form for the free sticker.
Way to go.
Nurses, aides, wheelchair guys that brought me to MRI, everybody. Why? Well, because I talked about it. Why? Well, because I'm excited about it. Why? Well, because I learned something 49 years ago. And what I'm going to do is when I'm training you here, and I'm going to take that long, is I'm going to include my story in it so that people can understand and recognize, exactly what I'm doing and why. I'm going to put my microphone up here so that people can hear me. Okay. 49 years ago, I had 80 people refuse to join my first home business. The internet wasn't even an idea yet. And that affected me incredibly because it was every one of my family members, every one of my friends, students, fellow teachers. I was 18 years old, just out of high school. Neighbors, kids I grew up with, they all said no. So I had a choice to make, and I was on my own in that choice. I didn't have the luxury of having an upline yet who was willing to consult with me and be my counselor and mentor. So I complained about it a lot. I don't know about you guys, but tell me if this sounds familiar. Well, I have a lot of leads, but nobody's closing. Nobody's sold. I have no conversions. Boo-hoo. Right? Now, you don't have to admit you're that one person, okay? But there are lots of people who come to me to say that. And yeah, I can relate to that. And then the same thing happened 30 years later when I started online 20 years ago in 2005. I had a serious problem trying to earn income online. I had no clue how to get started, how to generate leads, and what to do. Of course, 20 years has passed and I've learned a lot, but having been in the home business profession for 30 years with a large reputable company that today is 66 years old, I was fortunate to have a mentor. And I had him for 30 years. His name was Bert Boucher. And sadly, he passed away after 30 years. So I thought long and hard about what to do. And here's what I discovered and how it helped me. He always said, Kevin, out of everything you seek out to learn how to earn income from home, you need to plug into the meetings, read personal development books, starting with The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, listen to the leaders on audio and video, and there really weren't many videos back then, it was mostly audio, and he said, and never skip those steps. I said, why? He said, because mindset is everything. If all you're doing is continuing complaining to your sponsor or someone else that I have leads but no conversions, guess whose fault that is? Yeah, but I was told everything's automatic, so how is it my fault? It's real simple. Whose dream is it? Is it the company's dream or is it yours? Okay? Which means being willing to learn is the very first step to creating that right mindset. I knew that my learning process was going to be a journey. I was 18. Come on. I barely knew what an adult was, let alone life. I would need to commit to those steps that he said in order to learn the principles that he was teaching me manually in addition to my study. And then he addressed, back then was the elephant in the room. I was 18 years old. And I mean, because just like when the internet was born, I had a serious problem not knowing what to do to make money from home online. So I started doing what he suggested way back when, 49 years ago, because the things he taught me made me feel uncomfortable having never done them. I was lazy to attend meetings, too lazy to read books or listen to successful leaders on audios. Then I found out later I didn't set a goal. And that was my biggest problem. I fought my mental anguish of learning something new, and to me at first was uncomfortable to take genuine interest in people, to look at my opportunity. And being genuinely interested in others, there's a book about that, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So he made me read the book. And so I learned how to crawl out of that first challenge of having no clue how to talk to people or approach people or show them my opportunity. And what I did was I separated my thoughts internally and externally. And let me explain. I learned the vitally important principle of having a deeply burning desire combined with an unwavering faith in the specific goal that I wanted to achieve for myself, but also in myself. That required my imagination because I had no clue and I had no faith in myself because I thought I was ignorant and needed to learn so much that I was almost a lost cause. But I kept those feelings inside. That was the internal part. So that kind of forced me to write down my goal and even read it to myself every morning and every night, while imagining at the same time the feelings as though the goal had already been achieved. When they told me that, well, frankly, I was an actor back then in my late teens and early 20s, so I understood how you can imagine something as being real because you have to do that when you're playing a character on stage. And I wasn't going to be in the achievement mode as long as I kept saying, well, I'm going to achieve, or I will eventually achieve such and such. Our faith has to believe that we already achieved it and how we feel about that. That was the internal stuff. The external part, I learned the principle of becoming genuinely interested in each and every one of the people that I met in life, whether we were connected or not. Now, most people say, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not talking to strangers. Fine, if your goal is not that important to you, that's okay. We still love you. Okay? But guess what? Be honest with yourself. It's because your goal is not important enough to you. Admit it. Be honest with yourself. So, how did I become genuinely interested in people? Well, I asked questions. Ron talked about that. You know, and at the same time, I would share responses back about myself regarding the topics of the questions so it didn't look like I was interrogating them. And my mentor gave me an acronym, and it's FORM. And you don't have to ask these questions in that order. In fact, I usually ask the O question first instead of the F. F stands for family. Then share about yours. O stands for occupation. Then share about yours. R is about recreation. What do you do for fun? Most people don't do enough of what they love to do for fun. Why? No time, no money. That's why. What do we solve? The time and money problem, right? So I would ask them, what do you do for work? No kidding. How long have you done that? Me too. When I worked for a living before I retired, I did this and that. And then, you know, ask them about their family, married, kids. Yeah, okay, me too. I'm married. I have a daughter with autism, et cetera, et cetera. And we would talk back and forth, and I would share bits about me while asking them questions. The same principle applies when communicating with your online leads or when you're talking to people who are in social media, okay? You can also share both online and offline problems you've encountered and lessons that you've learned, which is a vital step to success when it comes to closing sales, because people love stories, especially lessons you've learned that you're sharing or tips that you can give them. And so why do all this when all you want to do is get sales and paid affiliates and, of course, the nice commissions? Why do you want to do all that? I had to learn the hard way because at first I just completely ignored everything I just talked about. But I was smart enough to, at the very least, attend the meetings and counsel on a weekly basis with my mentor. Now, after he passed away, it took me several years to find and connect with the right mentors again, which is a challenge to find. But fortunately, I've been able to pay forward the lessons I've learned from my first mentor. I mean, today he'd be proud, and you know, as I say this, you know, a tear would run down my cheek because of all the value he's given me over the years. He taught me that the key to conversions is helping our offline leads and our online leads to get to know us, like us, and trust us. Now, to a certain degree, Sparky AI with beautiful followers that we're getting and all of like the retargeting and the ringless voicemails and emails and calls and texts and etc. Builds on that know you, like you, trust you factor. But when you insert yourself in there and you start to share stories and ask them questions about problems that they've had in the past, have you ever tried, what have you done before online to try to earn income? Ask somebody that. Now, which one has brought you the most profit? There's another question you can ask. And again, I'm not going to give you scripts. I just want to give you the principles and the importance of personal development. So, you know, my mentor shared with me that the key to earning commissions and for people to join you is to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. And what I'm going to do briefly is I was counseling with one of the people that I've helped personally get happily involved with this. And I'm going to show you that conversation real quick. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. And Ken, if you could let me know if you guys see my screen.
Yep, now we can.
Okay, good. So this guy here, during that conversation with me helping one of my affiliates, his name's Michael Sorensen, by the way, to learn how to prospect a little bit, all of a sudden I got a message from this guy, and at the top he said, and I'll make it bigger so you guys can see it. He said, "Hey Kevin, started a side project with a wellness company to support my retirement. Let me know if you'd like to check it out." The first thing I said to him was, "How are you promoting it?" That throws him off, right? He said, "Well, still trying to figure out a good way to promote it in a larger fashion. Just got started. Right now, I'm just sending out a message to 15 to 20 people I'm friends with on Facebook, and I've been sending out some emails to contacts." So what I did immediately was I complimented him. I said, "Well, I'm impressed. You're taking action. Well done. Has anyone helped you promote without selling you traffic or leads?" He said, "Yes, in the past, but not currently." I see. "How long have you been attempting to earn online, and what has made you the most money?" And he said, "The most money I've made was years ago with Herbalife." I said, "Great. I was just thinking, do you mind if I ask you a question?" "Ask away." I said, "This may help you with your new business. I found a way that our own vehicles can earn us leads and income by doing what we always do, which is drive and park wherever we go, and it costs nothing at all. Would you be open to taking a look at my 11-second video that explains? And it's not several minutes like most videos, it's 11 seconds. "Sure," he said. So I gave him my video. He goes, "Gotta run, looks interesting, I'll check it out later." I said, "Excellent, Richard, let's talk after you watch it." And I gave him my number and said, "Talk to you soon." And then the last thing I said to him was, "What did you like best about what you saw, Richard? Does that sound familiar? Ron went over that. What'd you like best, right?" Yeah, the reason Ron said that is because he didn't lie to you. He was telling you the truth. Now, this was just a prime example of prospecting someone who actually approached me, but because I became genuinely interested in him, it opened his mind to taking a look at what I have to offer. When I started this January 15th, and I'm done sharing, so I'll come back. When I started this on January 15th, that very day, I started talking to people because I knew that there was a way. Whoops. I knew there was a way for me to be able to solve the problems that people are having online. I don't care who they are. People either have people on their team that are, honey, do me a favor and block that last call. Thank you. People are either having people on their team or themselves with problems, like they can't communicate properly with their people, with their prospects, with their leads. And they can't follow up with them properly. And like Ron alluded to, the verbiage and what you say is something that is a learned process. And so what people do is, because they don't know what to say, they just don't do it at all, instead of seeking out what to say. Now, do you do nothing at all? Or is your dream important enough to you to seek out what to say? Ask yourself that question. And many times, all I get is complaints from people. I got leads but no sales. Well, what would you like to do about that? There are solutions to every problem, and people need to take a look at those solutions in order to identify exactly what they need to do to make it work. And so I just went ahead and just forged ahead and talked to one person after another, asking them, what problems have you or people in your team experienced in building what you're building online? And we can help anyone build any business they have online with PHG Hub's automatic duplication system. You know why? Because they can put 2 links in their dashboard. That's why. And what I do is I talk to my personals, my directs that I brought in, to let them know it's important that they watch my video on their dashboard, which is a little bit of my story, which has a call to action for them to click that link first, even before the income streams. Here's what most people do. I hope they click my link in the back office. Hope never tried. Okay? Take action. Look at your dream and say, how important is this to me? Am I willing to learn? I'm willing to work, but I don't know how to work it. Am I willing to learn how to work it? Well, I don't want to bother them. They're busy, and you have a goal, you have a dream. Go for it. Learn it. And don't let anybody stand in your way. Because bottom line is, you can do this. It's so much simpler than your mind may be telling you. It's so simple. And if you want to sit back and let the system do it, go ahead. But don't come to me and go, I have X amount of leads, but no sales. Because that's not anybody's fault but our own. So with that said, I hope that helped, Ken.
Awesome. Thanks. Great job. Put some fire in the chat for Kevin. I tell you, there's so many members on our team here that know Kevin, they're familiar with them, they respect them. I know Tyson's one of those, like, wow, you got Kevin on over here? That's awesome. Hey, guys, we're just about wrapped up. I do want to invite some individuals to make a comment. Some have reached out. Joseph would like to make a comment. Jim Gibson, I'd like to go to Jim for 2 reasons. One is he was sponsored by Kevin, actually 3 reasons. One, he was sponsored by Kevin. And 2, when he learned that Ron, who gave the training on the leads, was part of our program to the extent that he is, he decided, hey, I'm not just going to be passive. He joined the call center. He's in with both feet because of the credibility that Kevin brings, his sponsor, and that Ron brings. So, Jim, let's go to Jim first. So, and also he shared a great poem that just came to him, an inspiration that really kind of represents the heart of who we are and who the call center is. So, Jim, if you could make a comment about Ron, Kevin, and then share that poem, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's not really a poem. It's just something that came to my 2 brain cells in the middle of the night. When I can't, when you wake up in the middle of the night, and a lot of people wake up for one reason or the other, they don't know. In my case, at my age, it's usually to go to the bathroom. And,
yeah. Could you mention that your thoughts with Ron before you do that, though?
Oh yeah. Well, when I first started with Kevin back in January, I kind of sat back. I was pretty passive with this whole program, going, I'm not too sure, but I'm willing to just kind of kick back and take a look. And then shortly thereafter, you introduced Ron Malasis as our lead source. And that's when I decided the credibility of this program is off the chart. Because Ron doesn't know me personally, but I worked with one of his partners, Dean, a few years ago in their coaching program. And I knew Ron's background, and if Ron's involved with this, I'm telling you, if you're on the side trying to make a decision, I would highly encourage you to pull the trigger, get in where you fit in, is what we say in the call center. And so that was a real pivotal moment when I understood that this program is what I like to call the real deal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jim, what's that sign behind you? TeamSparky.live. Why is that behind you?
TeamSparky.live. That is to our call center. If anybody, even after this or even during this call, it's still early enough, go to TeamSparky.live and somebody in the call center will be able to help answer any question you might have about our program. And if you're already started, but you don't know what to do at this point, I always encourage people to go to the call center where you have one-on-one individual time with a person that's going to show you exactly how to set up your dashboard, what to put in your bio, and talk about the income streams. They're not here to sell you, but they're here to help you get set up. And because of Ron and the credibility, and of course knowing Kevin for a number of years, I decided to join the call center. I'm a recent recruit, as they say. But I have found the heart and soul of this. Hang on just a second. I got to get rid of a call. It's on vibrate, but it's driving me nuts. So I just decided that I will best be able to serve a lot of people by helping in the call center. And because Kevin's involved, and we've been together for a few years now, and so I'm highly loyal to his training and teaching, and it's helped me kind of unblock some of the stuff in between my ears that, mindset wise, it helped me grow. So the other day, a couple of weeks ago, Ken had invited our call center folks to watch the movie Moneyball, and how that movie could help in understanding what we do in the call center. And so the other night, a couple of weeks ago, I was, kind of woke up in the middle of the night, and these thoughts came running through my mind. And so the first thing I did when I jumped out of bed in the morning, outside of grabbing a cup of coffee, I come in here and I wrote down so I wouldn't forget. And I'll just share that, and I'll end with this. It's in my journal, what I wrote and what I think is the heart and soul of every member in our call center, because we look at leads a bit different than most people. Everybody wants, hey, I want all these leads. I want leads. Well, these words came to me, and I just kind of read to you what these leads mean to me. And in turn, I believe every member of our call center believes this as well. And it says, leads are not just numbers on a spreadsheet. They are, however, books that haven't been written, songs that haven't been sung, debts that haven't been paid, disease that hasn't been overcome. Stop looking at leads as numbers and realize that tens of thousands of people are praying for someone like us to come along and introduce to them or offer them hope to the undervalued and less appreciated. And most cases, they would love to have my circumstances versus where they're coming from, and would trade theirs for mine in an instant. Thus, we offer a solution nourished through follow-up, and then we step back and just simply let God build the tree, because we can't build trees. Many will reject my solution and exercise their God-given right of free will. And then at the end, I just ask myself a question: so what can I do? And I simply said, I can start where I am. I can use what I have. I can do what I can. I can speak the truth. I can be authentic. And I always remember that I can only plant the seed and nurture its progress towards eternal value. And I think that's the heart and soul of our call center. From what I've experienced so far, every member of our call center has that ethic to be able to help folks as they come into our system.
Man, that is awesome, Jim.
Is that not amazing?
I love it.
I'm so proud of our call center team, guys. I tell you, when they get a win for you, I think they're more excited to get a win for you, even more than when they got a win for themselves. That's the kind of team that we have in the call center. The other thing that's unique, guys, is they're all feeding each other because they're earning Sparky points and commissions in the call center. Those Sparky points, when they're applied to lead packages, when those leads come in, then everyone else in the call center is working for them. So that creates this unity and solidarity in the call center that's unmatched. I've never seen it before, guys. It's
so true. I mean, you can so easily just think of it as, because we're working with big numbers, tens of thousands of leads being assigned every single day in and day out, and it compounds and compounds, and the numbers can get so big that it's easy just to look at it as numbers. But when you dial it down, like what you just talked about, Jim, that makes more sense to me than anything I've heard in a long time. I mean, these are unwritten books. These, each and every one of these people are in need of assistance and in need of something that really works. They're looking for miracles. They're wanting and needing help. And if we can just be that tool for them.
Yeah, guys, we invite you to go watch the movie Moneyball, or watch it again if you've seen it before. It was a new concept where they changed the game of baseball, where you didn't have to be a big hitter if you have a team of people that can just get on first base. So, guys, we've simplified this. How do you get on first base here? You put a sticker on your window. Can you do that? Yes. You get a membership. That's how you get on first base. You get an ad pack. And we're continually developing other ways that you can be successful here within your comfort zone. But it is exciting, though. We invite you to go ahead and listen to Kevin's coaching and find ways that you can expand your comfort zone, because the growth is rewarding as well. But we believe, guys, in order to change an industry from a 95% failure rate to a 95% success rate, we have to have a way that anybody that comes in, they can go get their first four and the next four and the next four. So that's what this is about, guys. We want to make some major impact helping a lot of people and change the game in the process. And Steve and I can't do this alone. We need other people that see it like we see it and want to make a difference on this planet. That's why we're here, guys. That's why we've invested so much time and money with this. Hey, love to hear from Don, but if anybody else would like to make a comment before Don, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Tyson, hey Tyson, can I pick on you? You're still muted. Let's see there. Are you there?
Heck yeah. What's up, guys?
All right, buddy.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Tyson, so you plugged in for a while and then you were doing some other things, and your team's really grown. So what's your team look like today?
I don't know. I just got the Sparky dog.
Hey, no cross recruiting, no.
Oh, by the way, congratulations, just hitting director at Legal Shield. Good
Yeah,
job.
congrats, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all Sparky, man. It's really awesome to be here. Customer service is the best. That's the most important. That's the rock. And yeah, I mean, really it is. I just got off with customer service about a half hour ago. It was awesome. It's always great.
Sweet. So how big's your team grown here, Tyson? I know you're engaging with us now, but you've been mostly passive, and but you're plugged in, and you're patient, and your team has grown to what now?
Yeah, I don't really look at the numbers, but people get a hold of me and they say, "Hey, Tyson, did you know you're on that leaderboard?" And I was like, "Ah, I didn't know. That's pretty cool." Like it's just about helping other people, and really not focusing on yourself, just focus on helping other people and try to get them their sticker. And as we do that, our teams are going to grow, and then one day we'll look at our paycheck and we'll be like, "Wow, that's pretty awesome." But yeah, the team's pretty good. Like it's growing. It's kind of just doing it on its own.
Yeah, I could share the numbers that you have, Tyson. You're right around 1,500 active members in your team.
Yeah.
And right now with our free members, we're about 10% of our members are paid, and the rest are, testing the system and heading toward being a member.
It's about 10% are active, so that's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
total number. Like, yeah,
I'll pull up your numbers here.
15,000, and then there's 1,500 active, so that's 10%, and that's pretty good. And once Sparky starts emailing and texting, and then you get the Sparky dog,
Yeah. Biting at their heels? Are they?
Yeah, I didn't know about the Sparky dog thing. That's
I know.
incredible.
Yeah, my girls were showing me. It's pretty cool. Like you pet him and stuff, and he sits there and he actually jumps around and stuff, and just yeah.
Nice little AI companion, huh?
Yeah, he's awesome.
That's awesome.
Your team's so big. By the way, guys, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so
I'm really excited about the Legal Shield team though, and how that's been working, and it's been growing really well with Sparky. And
yeah, you've got 1,400 active and a total of 18,000 on your team, 18,510.
yeah. So
And
Sparky,
it just keeps growing and growing, right?
yeah, Sparky's awesome. That's all I had to say.
Great, guys. Well, thank you, Tyson. By the way, guys, I just want to share my screen to show you how easy it is to get help here with our system. Just log into your back office here and click on the Setup for Success. Click there. Click on right here, and it'll take you right into a Zoom meeting like we're in here, and you'll be able to get your questions answered. So I just wanted to make that super clear on in case you ever forget teamsparky.live, just go in your back office, click that button, and you can get all the help that you would like. Okay, Don, are you available?
Of course, I'm here.
All right, buddy. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up with Don's final comments. He, besides being a co-founder and working on this since 2014, he's got this incredible talent to distill this information. And so we're going to end with Don's comments, and then after that, we'll invite everyone to unmute themselves and say goodbye to your family members here. But we'll kick it over to Don. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, first let me
Don, just real quick, guys. I'm gonna make an announcement now, so that when Don's done, we're pretty well done. So, guys, every Monday we have an update call. So go in your back office, the information's there. Go to our blog. So we invite you to be on our Monday call, and then we have our Sparky webinar on every Thursday, except when we have Super Saturday. So we're gonna have one this Thursday. So we have 2 events this week, guys. We invite you to plug in. So that way the announcements are out of the way. And Steve, that special is good to the end of the month, right?
That's right.
Perfect. Okay, Don, let's well, Steve, anything else you'd like to share before Don's comments?
I'm good, man. It was an amazing Super Saturday event. I was excited to hear from all the speakers and all of our team members. And man, I'm just so excited. I've never been this confident and this excited and this much inspired. I'm just ready to go, man. This fall season is going to rock.
Yeah, guys, September is probably arguably the best month in our industry. Every hour spent in August, I think, is worth 5 hours in September. So just, even though people are distracted with the summer and vacations and all that stuff, just keep pushing now. And when you get into September, guys, it's it's going to just go nuts.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's go over to Don, and Don, you can wrap things up for us.
All right. Thank you, Ken and Steve, but more importantly, our guests. You have been well fed. If you don't know what to do, if you're not sure how to show up, you've had Joel and you've had Ron and you've had what was the other gentleman?
John Malott.
And Kevin, etc., have fed you well. And there's been many that have texted me about how they can get this information. These are the things that I don't think Ken and Steve have ever said PHG is going to do 100% of the work for you. All you have to do is lie in bed and drink water and hope everybody's going to feed you and everybody's going to take care of things. There is 5% that you need to do, and that is learning how to show up and learning about your business, learning how to go in and see the recordings of this wonderful information that's been given to you by very talented people that shared it. There wasn't an invoice sent to you. You didn't have to pay for the access to come into this Zoom meeting. You've been well fed. So go to the blog, find the recording that'll be up sometime over the weekend. And normally as Ken takes the time and makes sure with his team that it is indexed, so you can jump to Ron's notes. You can jump to Joel's comments about backup, which I'm going to spend a bunch of time on, the memory, etc. Because if you haven't had an experience with Got Backup, it's amazing. Same thing with Legal Shield. You got somebody who offered his help in helping you grow your Legal Shield business, which is his Legal Shield business. I hope everybody has logged in. That 5% you need to be doing is 15, 20, 30 minutes a day learning about your business, learning about the tools that Ken and Steve and the call center and the programmers spend hours on, and you don't get a bill for it. All you get is an opportunity to use it, an opportunity to plug in and have it touch your life. If you want to know how to turn your lifestyle consumption expenditures into savings, into a business, into a way to leverage and have Uncle Sam help grow your advertising business, grow your Sparky business, and grow 6, 7, 8, 9 other businesses, then you need to spend a little bit of time. You need to learn how to show up. I challenge everybody to learn how you can make money, get into motion to make more money. If you don't know how to do it, find a mentor, find somebody who will, as I say, find a way or make a way. Find a way or make a way. We have talented people here in the team. You are missing out if you don't plug into the call center and be able to touch base with Heath, with Eduardo, with Simona, with Sue and Janet. Servant people, and there's new people adding all the time. It's amazing to me what they do. If you haven't experienced having somebody show up in your streams of income, get ready. It's a wonderful experience. I check all the time, and guess what? 3 darn people snuck into my team and got in my streams of income without talking to me first. I am upset. I'm way upset. That isn't the way this thing's supposed to work. I'm supposed to do all the work. I'm supposed to talk to everybody. That's what I've been told. I never listen to the fact that somebody's going to do everything for me. I've never believed that in a heartbeat. And guess what? Bill and Bukasa and Jane and somebody else, all these people show up and they're involved in businesses that I didn't even have a chance to talk to them about. That's horrible. If you haven't experienced that, get ready. Now, here's my conclusion. You're in a home-based business. It's called an advertising business. You can get it for whatever you want Everything you do in an advertising business is deductible and grows your business. If you don't know how to turn that tax deduction into a home-based business tax benefit through Uncle Sam and create money that can grow your advertising business and the other streams of income, then you need to learn about home-based business. You need to learn about money in motion. You need to learn how you leverage $6 million and billion-dollar companies that are at your beck and call to be able to serve, sell, and reap the rewards of that levered money. The millions of dollars that Ken and Steve have played for what? As minimum as free. If you don't know how to use those tools and create a viable business, I don't know what other things you have that are out there that are going to literally do 95% of what needs to be done. There is something you need to do. I say 90% of showing up is success. I hope that makes sense. The power of Sparky is, if you don't know how to earn Sparky credits, if you don't know how to earn Sparky dollars, if you don't know how to earn money, if you don't know how to turn your sticker into money, if you don't know how, I tell everybody, at least 4 people today, I said, go to phgroproshop.com and learn about what Steve's done in a whole magnetic marketing system that's just getting started, and see what's already there. And Steve doesn't send a bill or have an invoice sitting on the front of the website for you to go in and get his t-shirt graphics front and back, get signs, magnetic signs, regular signs. He's added, I love it because I have websites. He added website. I didn't have to ask him for it. He did it. What is it that you can think about and say, I wish he had a website? The next time you turn around, there's the graphics, there's the business cards, there's the signs with the website and a QR code. Somebody says, I only know how to do QR codes. Somebody says, I only know how to do websites. Well, Steve's got it handled, and there's more to come. When you look at door hangers and you look at yard signs, 3 different sizes of yard signs, you look at t-shirts, you look at hats, you look at mugs, you look at, I mean, get paid while you drink your cup of coffee or your slushy or your smoothie or whatever it is. Steve is thinking of it. He sleeps it. He creates it, and he doesn't send you a bill. The only bill is for the service provider who prints it, creates it based upon your wishes and your specific needs. Have a t-shirt that goes to you, that gets you tied. Have a sticker. I just took all my stickers off of my Jeep, cleaned it completely off with a heat gun and everything, turned them all off. Completely beautiful red Jeep. Guess what? To get ready for magnetic signs on the doors and stickers on the windows. And I'm not going to have one magnetic sign on one door and one magnetic sign on the other door. I'm going to have my magnetic signs with different QR codes on all my doors, because I'm driving an advertising deduction that's going to make my business grow and help my team. So back to you, Ken. I hope we can make this all happen for everybody, and welcome to everybody.
Awesome. Put some fire in the chat for Don. Way to
No
go,
kidding.
Don. Hey guys, welcome to the family. You guys have been amazing. To just soak it in. When you go in your back office, there's a link to the blog. We have all kinds of, the replay will be on the blog. That will be up tonight. I'll commit to that. It just takes Zoom quite a long time to process this, but it will be up tonight. And so you can share it with your team as well. Or if you missed part of it, you can go back and listen to part of it, or, listen to anything that you may have missed. But other than that, Steve, let's go ahead and sign off, and we'll see everybody on Monday.
Let's do it. Okay.